Hi guys, we are back, and this time I didn't really have a description for these people because they don't really mean that much to me. So I'm just going to say, please welcome the TWEEKAZ.
Hey.
Thank you.
I'm only kidding. It's only love. It's only love. We're
Only love, yeah.
we're a little bit bitter because obviously what you guys done to us, the TWEEKAZ TV. So we have really horrible feelings from that.
Yeah.
You guys are like hitmen in Hearthstone, right? You just have guests on and assassinate their career. Right?
Just check them off one by one.
Yeah, but the thing is that we never, like every guest that comes on TWEEKAZ TV, we don't basically tell them to get drunk, but it just happens because it's a natural environment.
But you have a lot of alcohol sitting around.
That's
right?
the thing.
I mean, when a tray of shots gets coming to you every 10 minutes, it's quite hard not to get drunk, right?
This is fair enough.
Yeah, the Jaeger machine is within an arm's length, right? So
Yeah.
But they are a little bit more tame recently, right? Like I feel like there was a period where they were crazy every week in terms of alcohol, and now it's not as bad, right?
No, it's not that bad now because a lot of the times it's on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And most of the DJs will have a show the day after, and then it becomes a bit of a, I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
But
that old chestnut.
it doesn't stop everybody. But everybody usually brings a friend, and there's always one person
The friend,
that gets
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. Yeah.
I think everyone's like been pre-warned, right? Like
Yes.
they've seen the content. They're like, I don't want to be that guy. Bro.
They've seen Warface. They all know.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you go back to when you think about like the most fucked up person?
No, I've been fucked up on that show so many times myself too, and Marcus too. But he's really good at keeping it like professional until we stop recording, and then it hits him, you know. But I think it was also different during COVID because all these artists, they were just sitting at home, right, and they were restless. And then once they got into the vibe at TWEEKAZ TV, they were like, I can actually let loose and have drinks and have fun again. And then they kind of forgot that there was a camera staring at them. So
I think one of the things that we're really good at, like especially as hosts on TWEEKAZ TV, is to make them feel like they're home, like just a bunch of buddies having fun, drinking, and there's a DJ deck, like, you know, just casually around. And then they, as you said, they forget that there's a camera, and then they just let loose as they would at a home party. Which happens.
Yeah, because when we grew up, we didn't have hardstyle parties and stuff in Norway. So we tried clubbing. Like we both had fake ideas. Sorry, mom. When we were like 16. So like we were done with clubbing at 18 because they were just playing fucking radio music, right?
Yeah.
Like, we weren't feeling it, so we started having home parties. We would put up like a little DJ setup and just, you know, DJ and play hardstyle and, you know, hard trance, hard house, whatever we were listening to at the time. And that was way more fun than going clubbing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we felt like we were reinventing that vibe, but in a more semi-professional setting with TWEEKAZ TV. And
but was this before you were the TWEEKAZ? You were doing
Yeah. Because we were just all of our friends. They enjoy the same type of music.
Yeah.
So as it is when you grow up, right? And then we would basically just go on until 7 a.m. and just drink vodka battery. Battery was like the Red Bull in Norway.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The cheap shit.
That it tastes like battery acid, man. That's horrible.
Yeah, the sore head you get from that. I believe that's worse than the actual vodka the next skin day. Because you drink so much you don't even realize.
But when in a normal scenario would you drink like 12 or 13 Red Bulls in one night, right?
Yeah, but like mix.
Are you sure about that?
Well, mixed with vodka, that has this weird, you know, fueling
one's like
effect.
upper and one's downer. Right?
Yeah.
So your body's kind of like, what the fuck is
you
going
feel like
on?
a fucking Superman, you know, like when
That's
you drink
true.
that shit.
Yeah, to be honest, if I drink vodka, it's normally Sprite. I never.
Yeah.
Although the weekend you gave me a few vodka Red Bulls, and I forgot how much different it is to just a vodka Sprite. It sounds ridiculous, but there is a big difference.
It is a massive difference. I don't really drink anything other than like caffeine drinks other than coffee.
Yeah.
So I don't drink Red Bull anymore. But when I do have a Red Bull, I'm like, whoa. It hits so different than anything else sugary. Even Coca-Cola, which has also caffeine in it, but it's not the same.
I think some people just have different reactions to it. I feel like I'm completely immune to caffeine. Like I could drink a coffee and it's just
him too. Yeah.
like it does nothing to me. Like it's really strange.
I can't sleep
like
if
I could drink
coffee after
a coffee and go to bed.
Yeah, I cannot do
Instantly.
A bit the same, yeah. I could smash like a whole half-liter Monster and then just...
Because isn't Jägermeister like a lot of caffeine as well, right? Like shit tons.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, you're thinking Buckfast. Buckfast has got caffeine.
Jägermeister's got
should
something
check how
else in
much-
it though, right? It's not just
alcohol, yeah.
Calories.
No, but it's something else that makes it like
37 herbs, but I don't think there's any caffeine in there.
no or sugar or something.
There's sugar.
There's plenty of
tons
sugar.
of sugar, yeah.
There's
It's
like
syrup.
We'll take your word for it. You guys are the Jaeger specialists.
We are.
the
How
connoisseurs.
did it come about the Jaeger thing obviously because of the track, or were you already like?
No, we made the track because we actually loved Jaeger.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
what
not
I'm
a, it was not a let's make something.
But serious question: do you actually like the taste? Then you can be honest.
Yes,
It
When
needs
it's
to be
ice
cold.
minus 18 degrees.
Give me a warm Jaeger, I'll fucking. You know.
Yeah,
Is that what the fridge is set to, like the temperature?
it's minus 18.
Did
yeah.
they, and is that recommended by the Jägermeister?
It even says on the European bottle, it says and best enjoyed served ice cold, and it says minus 18.
Yeah, because it gets a thickness to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
nice.
disgusting when it's warm, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's warm, but most alcoholic beverages are like a warm beer.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Isn't that a British thing actually?
warm beer?
Yeah, like a lukewarm beer. Or was
Nah.
that just like okay? That's
I hope
maybe-
not.
No.
Well, I think that it's just they'll drink anything, so yeah, it doesn't matter if it's warm or not.
Stop being warm. Give me it.
It's alcoholic.
Yeah, but we didn't drink Jägermeister from the beginning.
No.
It was like vodka and
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
Bulls
Yeah.
and stuff in the beginning. But
Yeah, 'cause
we
in Scotland in a club, like when I grew up, it would never be Jägermeister. It would always be like
No.
Aftershock,
Yeah.
Sambuca.
But Jaeger was
things
always
like
centered towards. I feel like it was when we all grew up. It was more the our parents would maybe drink
Yeah.
Jägermeister. You know,
Yeah,
not
my mom
not
had
us.
Jaeger
Yeah.
in the fridge.
My
and
dad
I'm like,
too.
You fucking old. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, 'cause she would go hiking in the mountains and stuff, and when you got to the top, you'd have a little
Yeah,
sip
little
of your
shot, yeah.
Jaeger, you know,
Yeah.
because it warms your chest if it's cold out or whatever.
But then they rebranded.
They rebranded
Yeah.
so hard, you know.
Yeah.
They did this collab with Looney Tunes and the Yellow Claw,
Yellow Claw.
and stuff, and like they just made it more
Party culture.
young and fun to drink Jägermeister.
But
But
it's Austrian, right? Is it?
no, German. It's
German.
German, yeah.
Yeah.
So we were at this, Nature One, the
Yeah.
German festival, and we went with a friend. He used to DJ before. His Tom from Inface, and we went to the backstage, and they had this Jaeger bar, right? So we're sitting down, and
With a bunch of other Germans
yeah,
too.
yeah. And this other German, he comes and he sits down and he slams a beer on the table and a Jaeger shot. This is the German way. And he goes, you beer and Jaeger, you can drink all night, you know. And he goes, and then we were like not into Jaeger at all back then. But our friend Tom goes to the bar to be friendly towards this German. He gets around a Jaeger, right? And we do it to be polite. And then we sit there and drinking with this German guy for like an hour. Yeah, and something. And then so this German guy eventually leaves. And then one by one, we still keep going to the bar, getting Jaeger
that's where it
shots,
started.
thinking that all of us liked Jaeger to be friendly to each other. Next day, Tom, like we sleep at his house, and he goes, "Oh, why did we have all those Jaegers? I don't even like Jaeger." And we're looking at him like, "We thought that you liked
liked it."
Jaeger." So it just became like our little internal joke.
Yeah.
And then eventually we started enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something you need to learn to
It's like
enjoy.
olives.
Yeah.
Nobody likes
or
olives the
coffee
first
or-
time you eat an olive.
That's true. I think it's like beer as well. Like as a like when
acquired
you used to like
taste, eh?
sneak a taste of beer.
Yeah.
Like when you were younger, you're like, "Ugh,
Yeah,
who the fuck would
who
drink this?"
enjoys that? Who has their first sip of beer and go, "Oh, that is
nice.
lovely."
It's always like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
But like, are you using Jaeger as like your secondary thing? You know, like if you're drinking alcohol, right? You'll have a main alcoholic beverage that you're drinking, and then Jaeger will just be the addition, or are you using it as your main source of alcohol?
It depends on the strength, obviously. Like if I want like just a like, instead of a beer, I like hard seltzers
Yeah.
because I like it's just refreshing, it's rehydrating. But if I want to get drunk or have more like a cocktail, Jaeger is always the choice.
But you'd never raw dog it, right?
Yes, always.
Yeah.
But I mix it also with ginger ale, for
No,
instance.
but I mean like raw dog it as in like you go on a night out and you only drink Jaeger. That doesn't happen, right?
yes,
No,
that
no,
happens. Yes, it
But
happens.
not just shots. Like
Not just
raw.
shots. No,
You
no.
need a
But
mixer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To be honest, I don't actually mind a Jaeger bomb, like the energy drink Jaeger combo.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad. See with a bit of ice?
See,
I'll take that.
See.
But on its own, man, that's just crazy. Every time you try to shove a bottle down my throat, I'm like, "Gonna get the fuck away from me, bro."
It used to
He
work
doesn't do
though.
that.
At the beginning, it used to work, but then you guys kind of grew up, and you're like, "No, we're over."
Because then I'd wake up, I was like, how did I end up so fucked up last night? And then I just get flashbacks of this bottle coming out.
one by
So I
one.
was like, now I'm going to tell him to fuck off because
Yeah.
it does something to me, man. The Jaeger is the only drink that like can black me out drunk.
For me, it's tequila.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like I've had this conversation with a lot of like DJs or friends. We all have this one type of alcohol that
Gets us.
just is poison, right?
Yeah.
For some people it's whiskey, they get violent or something, or for me, it's vodka. I cannot have vodka. I sleepwalk like when I drink vodka.
Shut
So,
up.
yeah, for real.
There are stories.
There are stories.
Well,
yeah,
it's a good thing we're on a podcast.
Yes.
but like,
Is there evidence?
Yeah. But like at some point, the missus, like she, I've been together for many years, and she, at the beginning of the relationship, was like, I do not like you when you drink vodka. You need to make a choice, and I decided like to step away from it back then, and I've had vodka, 1 or 2 drinks in recent years, and same fucking thing happened again. Like,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I feel like everyone has this one type of alcohol that they're just like, nah, I can't touch that. Had certain experiences with it, and
Yeah.
that's it. I don't want to be
It
that
is
person.
weird because if you stick to beer, you normally don't have anything crazy to talk about the night
No.
before, right?
No, but I think that's because your body is so full.
Yeah.
Because you would need to drink a lot of beers to get
Yeah.
that messed up. And like
It's a
vodka
very-
is just
Yeah.
hits
Yeah,
you.
I get it.
It's
Hits
your
you a
gateway
lot.
though, beer, I feel like.
It
right? You
is.
have 4 and then you're like,
You can drink.
Yeah.
I
Starting
can't
to
drink
feel
beer
it.
all night because you end up getting backed up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, I feel sick. And then
Yeah.
it all starts to taste horrible. And then you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, I need something to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. And that's when you go for the tequila or the vodka or the
But you
Jaeger.
said your demon drinks tequila.
My demon drink is tequila. Yep.
Yeah.
I've had a.
I think mine's as well. The smell of it. We were in Mexico, and you ever been to Senior Frogs, where they have the rules, and if you get caught breaking the rules on the big TVs, like drink with your left hand, don't be on your phone.
Oh,
And if you get caught, they shove like a bottle of tequila like down your throat.
that sounds fun.
And I got caught like in a row, like 4 times in a row, and I was violently sick at the end of the night. I see the smelly tequila these days, bro. I just can't, mate.
in Mexico, they also had like a thing where they put it in your nose, and it's like a little machine, and it's giving you like
Straight alcohol.
straight alcohol without drinking it.
What?
And I really thought it was just like something stupid. And honestly, I went from sober to completely wasted within minutes.
But because it's like
So it's like
Infused.
It's infused
Yeah.
and it's going like straight in your bloodstream,
Oh,
straight in
Lord.
your brain.
God.
Honestly, you
It-
put it on and then like they take it off you and you go to
It
like get off the
genuinely
stool.
looks
You're
like the lethal injection because it's different colors, and one by one the colors go in.
what the hell? Really?
So it looks like the
Yeah.
lethal injection where you're going through all the stages to die.
Yeah, Mexicans know.
I woke up in the morning and I had my nipple pierced. I was like, it was like the hangover.
Big night.
I looked down and I was like, why is my nipple pierced?
Did you have Mike Tyson next to you
Yeah,
as well? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I liked it for like 3 days and then I was like, take that shit out.
But you guys don't have like a poison alcohol that you're just like, nah,
Yeah,
can't touch it.
fucking them all, bro. Them all. I'm
Yeah.
a lightweight. Like I'll admit it. Like it doesn't take a lot for me to be wasted. No way.
Yeah, I usually
So-
try and just stick to like beer or like a cider. I really like cider,
Okay.
but it's quite hard to get a good cider in Holland. You
Yeah,
need to
it's
be
not a
quite-
cider country at all.
You mean like the
No.
Somersby stuff or more?
Yeah, stuff like that, but
advanced
more
stuff?
like Strongbow, Magners. I
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah.
Those kind of drinks. It's big in the UK, but not so much here.
No,
but
no,
yeah, I try to stay away from spirits because it makes me a bad boy.
The evil
No,
spirits.
really?
spirits,
We had
yes.
no idea.
Yeah, I know.
This has turned into just an alcohol.
Yeah, you knew that was gonna happen anyway.
And here we go, guys. Actually,
Yeah.
that was one of the ideas we had, right? When we first asked you, we were gonna maybe get a little loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a
then-
bottle on the table and see what happens.
Yeah.
Then it would have been loose lips. So
Now it's Monday today after all. so
It is
Exactly.
Monday.
no, it's Wednesday, right?
This is live.
This is
right?
live, motherfucker.
Unedited.
But
No
yeah,
cuts here, boys.
but you guys were always like, yeah, you're not big drinkers, but you know what I mean. You were always heavily drinking when you were even younger.
Yeah, because in Norway it's really hard to get alcohol in general because in the supermarket you can only buy beer and everything up to 4.7%, I think. And the alcohol will stop. They will stop selling alcohol on weekdays after 8, and they will stop selling it on Saturdays after 6. They have like this little curtain that they just block that beer. It's just it's super. It's super weird. If you're in the shop and you walk around and it's 8:05 when you get to the register,
That's
they will
it,
not
yeah.
sell you the
So
alcohol.
now it's
Same
like
in the UK.
blocked in the register, right? So even if they wanted to scan it for you to be
They-
nice,
they
but
cannot.
can't.
And on Sunday, right? It's
Sunday, no
Nothing,
alcohol.
yeah,
You
it's
cannot buy
not-
alcohol.
right.
And then there's like these shops that is run by the government. It's literally called the wine monopoly. And they close at 5 on weekdays and 2 on Saturdays, and then not open on Sundays. So when you first get alcohol in Norway, you drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was why we were talking about these home parties, because Norwegians, when they get alcohol, and if it's free, because we also notice this when we bring our Norwegian friends backstage to parties.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, is it free? Is it really free? Yeah,
Yeah.
they get so fucked up.
Yeah, because like it's so weird. It seems like the more you restrict the people, the more they want to
course.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just gonna say. It's a bit counterintuitive,
Yeah,
right?
it
Because
is.
it's like the forbidden fruit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
And-
I know this is a bit deeper a thing, but I think in Holland the age that you can have sex is lower, right?
Yeah.
But they have less teen pregnancies than the UK.
Really?
It's weird.
Yeah.
And also like I remember when we moved here, we were at Albert Heijn or something. We see like a 16-year-old putting a crate of beer on the cash register because it was at the times okay to be like when you were 16 you could drink beer, but like we had to get it like illegally back home,
Yeah.
or like we would drink moonshine or some fucking
Yeah.
you know out of some dog shed.
Some guy come with his car, open up his trunk, and here's like a Coca-Cola with a Fanta cup, like Fanta top. And we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is nice. This is
Yeah.
good booze.
I also feel like that's one of the reasons why you can have so many festivals in like Holland and there not be as much deaths because
Yeah.
I feel like kids are educated on the drugs.
way more.
You know what I mean?
I
So
was
if you're going to
talking-
take them, at least know what you're taking or something. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
in general here, because they have had it for so many years already, and also with the soft drugs and everything in the Netherlands, I was driving home from festival, and I was talking to Rossum, who was our cameraman in the car, and I said, why isn't there more police control after a festival in the Netherlands? Like I'm shocked because we leave festivals
have
all
a
the time.
fucking field day.
There's, yeah, but yeah, they would have, and he goes, no, because there's no issue. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
accidents
Exactly,
with
yeah.
people drunk driving here in the Netherlands because yeah, we're a bit loose. You can have a couple of beers and then you can still drive. And there is no issue, and people will treat the rules accordingly because yeah, they know that they can have a couple of beers and still drive afterwards. Norway, you can't even sniff a fucking beer,
Yeah.
and then you cannot drive anymore. Then it becomes this
thing,
little
yeah.
taboo, yeah.
yeah.
What age is the limit in Norway?
18 for beer and
Yeah.
20 for booze,
Yeah.
or anything above 12%.
Well, they
What
separate
about
the
like in a
laws.
club?
or 20%.
How would they know in a club?
So in a club, what they'll do is that they'll have 18 plus clubs, and they'll have 20 plus clubs, right? So
Or you can buy like a Kalinka 20.
yeah, so at the 18
or-
plus, they'll have like a watered down version of
Yeah.
vodka, and so it would
Easier
be
if they just gave everyone a band right on the way in. You
Yeah,
had a green
Yeah,
band
but
for it.
no, because let's talk about like a festival in Norway. The VIP section could be 20 plus, but you cannot bring that drink outside of the VIP section because then you can bring your booze to an 18-year-old. And Norway's super strict on everything that has to do with cross contamination of ages. And it's like, oh no, God, no, we can't do that.
But does it make a difference? Is there less alcoholics, less alcohol
Absolutely not.
deaths?
No.
absolutely not.
No.
Everyone just drinks like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Weird
also
that,
thought,
right? Like,
yeah,
It kind of muddies the water. That's the thing.
that's the thing, and also they wanted to because all the clubs will close at 2:30, I think it is now, and then they have to stop the alcohol sale at 2, and then they wanted to say, oh no, 1:30 is better because then we have less fights. I'm like, you don't realize it's not the amount of time a club is open. If like look at here, the clubs are open until 7 in. People go home one by one,
Exactly.
and then there's no fights because not everybody wants a
Same
kebab
time.
at the same
Yeah,
shop.
people
afterwards.
just leave at the time that they're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like instead of shoving everyone out at 2 a.m., right?
Because that's usually how problems start. You push me, bro. I'm standing in line for my jacket. I was in
Yeah.
front of you, bro. Like, you looking at my girlfriend, bro?
yeah,
That's how shit usually kicks off. So
Yeah, and like Norway was like, if you say, oh, alcohol cuts at 2, so at 1:55, everyone's at the bar ordering 10 drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not solving
Yeah.
the problem, bro.
But now they fixed that because now you can only buy 1 unit of alcohol
For your last one.
at the whole night.
Whoa.
So we were at a wedding, and I had a cocktail in my hand, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to buy a round of shots." He said, "Yeah, then I would need everybody to be here for the round of shot, and you need to
That is
finish your
absolutely
drink
ridiculous.
before I can hand you your shot." It's such a weird.
To be
rule
fair,
right now.
Australia's similar, right? Like when you think about it.
Australia,
Yeah.
is-
yeah, if you go to the
Sydney.
casino, which is the only thing that you can do,
Can
right?
go, yeah.
In the night, they're like, I remember, you've ordered 2 units in the last 30 minutes. So either someone else has to come and order it, or else you have to wait.
Yeah.
stand there and wait.
Okay,
you
mommy.
got a cool down.
Okay, mommy. I guess.
You're on time outside.
Yeah, we took our friend and we went to go into a bar and the guy said to him, like, how many drinks have you had? And he was like, when? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, tonight. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. And the guy was like, yeah, you're not coming in. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't
difference
make any
does that
sense.
make?
Yeah, I
And
think
I actually went into another club and he was more angry at this. And they said to him, like, the guy was like, I don't like your shoes. And then, but we were like, oh, there's another guy went in. He has also those type of shoes. And he's like, yeah, but I just don't like yours.
Wow.
Yeah, and we had to go to the next game bar. We're like,
Wow.
but yeah, I don't get it either. Like, man, like, especially nowadays, man, the young kids don't drink. So
No,
all
they
all those bars and shit, they're gonna start shutting down.
Yeah.
Like we can see it as well. I don't know if you feel the same, but club shows are not the same anymore for us.
And I kind of miss it. I really miss the club shows.
Yeah.
The way you can do like a club show and be intimate with the crowd, and then it's just, I don't know, it's just a very different vibe.
I feel like
Get
it's
a good idea of the stuff that like works in the clubs. You can elevate it. You can try new things, like show elements, and then take it to the bigger stage.
Because you also have the core fans in a club.
Exactly,
because okay, it's 300 people there. They are your fans. Then you can play a little bit different. You can play a bit harder. You can experiment. Festival, you kind of have to try to cater to everyone. At a big stage, and then you cannot please everybody. And then people will have like, oh, why did you play like this and you didn't do this? And yeah, sorry, man. I got to tailor the set to the type of crowd that is.
Like, remember when we started coming to Belgium? Belgium was kind of the ones that took in the TWEEKAZ first. Like, Holland was not interested in us whatsoever, right? But we would play all these clubs in Belgium. But then the festivals started popping up, and people could see 20 artists for 50 euros instead of, paying 15 and then buying drinks at a club. So one by one, these clubs just started, fading away because people were going more to festivals or driving to Holland, go to festival there.
Yeah.
So
the thing why the economics didn't work in Scotland about clubs is because clubs in Scotland are so that guys can get girls basically.
Yeah.
And our music, that's
not for the girls.
That's
It's
not
not
for the girls.
no.
So where we lived, when we were really young, they tried it a few times, but they noticed it was just like 150 like guys turn up that are just ready to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I always knew that there, but yeah, even here in Holland, I don't think we played a club show this year in Holland.
Not in Holland, no.
A couple in Germany, but even those,
Even
they're
they are
shutting
not really
down
working
or-
anymore. Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
sad thing because some of the best shows we've had have been club shows in Germany.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
they
I
used
would
to be
say.
so great.
do you think it's also a little bit because artists became a little bit?
It's a mix of everything.
We got given all these big festivals, and we were like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, plenty 10,000 people, or
Yeah.
plenty-
But it's also, well, at least the promoters will say, no, but your fee is too high.
Yeah.
So there's obviously something, there's a mix of everything happening right now. Like not a
Sure.
people will show up because then sometimes we can lower our fee for a club that we know, okay, 200 people can fit here. You cannot pay as much as a big ass festival. That just doesn't work. But then we show up and it's still not full.
Exactly.
Because people just don't go out anymore. And we talked to an Austrian promoter, and he said the average club goer will have, let's say, 100 euros to spend in total. That includes 20 euros for the entry ticket, taxi back and forth, that is 30 euros. And then they want the kebab afterwards. Then they will have 10 to 20 euros to spend in the club.
It's nothing.
It doesn't go around.
No.
It doesn't work.
Nah, it's sad actually, but in a weird way, it's probably better for society. But yeah,
Not, yeah.
because the kids are a little bit more. I feel like these days, like more into like fitness, being healthy. But I think that's the good thing about Stelts. I think that it's kind of brought people back, so you can have a little bit of a party. but
Yeah.
not-
Low carb.
Low carb,
Yeah,
low
yeah.
calorie. Fuck yeah.
Sure, it's like
awesome.
70 calories per can or something like
I
that.
like it in the summer.
It's
I
good.
think it's good.
Yeah.
It's light as well. You don't feel all like backed
We're
up.
back to alcohol
Yeah, you don't,
again.
yeah.
This podcast is just going to be like back to alcohol.
Like you say about like fitness and health, everyone is so much more aware of their
Yeah.
bodies, and I've noticed like it used to be, I'm going to get fit for summer, I'm going to look good on the beach. Now it's I want to be shredded for EDC. I want to look good for
Yeah.
like a festival, especially if you go to Australia, like at any of these HSU events, all the boys are just fucking ripping it in the gym to be.
The crazy thing is they get like their bodies to look insane, and then you see them at the party and their jaws are swinging everywhere. It doesn't make a difference now.
You look good from that angle, bro.
I don't know, but
Yeah, but they're healthy like 99% of the time, and
Yeah.
then they just go fucking off the rails.
One day.
at the rave.
one
You
day
know?
only.
Yeah.
I heard this theory that a lot of Asians will do all these drugs because their whole life they've been pushed to have such a professional view on life. They have to be. They have to excel at everything. They have to be best at math. They have to be best jobs, best education, best violinist, best cello player,
Now
best
they're the
piano
best
player.
drug takers.
You know, and then they're like, "I'm gonna get fucking smashed this one day." And then theoretically it makes sense. I don't know,
Yeah.
but when you look at it, but
I said that to him last week. There was people I used to go to school with who were like straight A students, like super like focused, and now when I see them, they're like fucking
they go the
party
hardest.
animals.
They go the hardest. Yeah.
Because you've suppressed it. I think everybody wants to live on the wild side a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then the ones who just like, they're average drunk. They don't care anymore.
Yeah. Is that's kind of your favorite crowds, right? The Asian ones, is it not? Have I heard you say this before?
I think it's like we've had good shows everywhere, I think for a while Germany was like our fucking main market.
Yeah, you guys fucking
as soon as we I said Belgium was the first to embrace us, then it was Germany. Like we had to go this route around Holland because it seemed like most hardstyle acts they pop off in Holland first, then they start spreading out. That was not the case for us. We were these happy hardstyle idiots that Holland could not figure out, right? So we had to go different paths. So we started off in Belgium, was doing really well because our sound was a bit softer, so it kind of worked with all the jump style that was going on at the time. And then we moved into Germany, and the Germans, they love to drink, we love to drink. So it became, they really enjoyed our parties.
And it was also the time when Hands Up was kind of dying a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and our sound was very close to Hands Up,
Yeah.
obviously, because we're big fans of Hands Up music. So they were like embracing that next level energy.
Yeah.
was that like the bass hunter era and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
Italo Brothers,
Yeah.
Cascada,
There was
Special
Scooter,
D,
all that stuff. And then we drop Jägermeister, and it's just like every
like a
fucking
grenade.
weekend for like 3 years we're somewhere in Germany,
Or Austria.
packed out clubs, packed out whatever we were doing. The Germans just like, we're gonna party with the Tweekas. They made a song about Jägermeister. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Remember we did a 10 years show in Germany, and Jägermeister had a pop-up bar in the back, and we played our set, which was like a 2-hour special set, and then we talked to each other. We're like, hey, let's go check out the Jaeger bar. That's fun. We will go over there, and they are already packing down. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, we're sold out. I was sold out of Jaeger, sorry.
Oh my god.
I think they underestimated,
How
Yeah.
much they were gonna sell.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys have never had a sponsorship though, right? Or not?
No, not officially. No, they've given us some gifts over the years, but more the Jaeger NL. They've been giving us like a tap machine, some bottles, some glasses,
Because
and
Jaeger is actually privately owned in every country. So there's there's not
Licensed,
privately,
yeah.
but it's licensed in every country. So you have Jaeger NL, you have Jaeger America. They're all different branches. But Jaeger Germany are the ones who said, nah.
That's crazy.
But they
the OGs
still,
are like,
but they still they allowed us to release the song.
yeah.
So we're on good
it's a
terms.
great-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had John on here, and like he was chasing, trying to get a hold
Could they
of it.
say no?
Well,
Oh, they own the name.
the name,
Yeah,
right?
but-
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is
Can
that John, like back then, that you had on your shows from Swag, he was chasing someone from Jaeger Germany, for, like
Eric.
trying to get an approval for our song. So we waited like 8 months or something to get, because we premiered at Climax, right? 2017.
Yeah.
And then it was like an 8-month wait until someone finally picked up the phone, and it was like the CE, like the head of marketing or something, and they were like, "Look, we know about the song, we know it's buzzing. You can release it, but you cannot use any of our, branding, or we won't get in your way. But please respect these terms." And that's what we did. We didn't use.
I wonder
any of
why, because it was like their opportunity to get to maybe like a market that.
Yeah, but they saw the song as like this too unhinged way of enjoying their
not drinking responsibly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because a Jaeger a day keeps the doctor away. They can't say that.
Yeah.
Also, you don't like Jaeger.
Only one,
fuck
that's
you.
not a lot.
Yeah.
It is crazy, like the marketing around alcohol, though, right? It's like it's so like on the line.
You got to be really careful with what you say about it. And also, I think they've seen the vodka video clip where this guy is in Russia and pukes all over the whole room. So then when we were about to release the video clip for Jaeger, and they were a bit scared that it was going to be the same style. And I think the only thing that they didn't allow was the original video clip had TWEEKAZ.
We altered the logo. Yeah.
And that was the only thing that was not okay.
Yeah, because you're kind of
You can't really change that logo.
Yeah.
But they like the video clip in general. So yeah, we're on good terms with Jägermeister overall.
Yeah.
They keep coming over to our sets and give us free Jägermeister, which we don't really need, but it's it's never been as he said, like a full on sponsorship or nothing on paper.
Either way, just them giving the approval for the release changed our career, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking 60.
It's not had many streams though, right? The track
60 million, 60 million or something. Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Like Jaime from Tough Music, he calls it the retirement song. Like it'll keep generating revenue.
The thing is,
you
it's
know?
one of those songs. I think that it's like another good one's like Summer Jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't really get old,
No, but
does it?
you see, like if you look at the stats on I love like looking at Spotify for artists and stuff like that. You see every fucking weekend there's like this spike where everyone's listening to Jägermeister,
Yeah.
and then Monday just dips the fuck down.
Yeah.
No one's
And then
I never want to hear that song
Delete
again.
from my
It ruined
playlist.
life.
and then Oktoberfest or something comes around, and then there's a big spike of
Yeah.
people listening to
Yeah.
it. Or New Year's Eve, then it. Like I remember New Year's Eve one year, it was like a 60 or 80K into the
One day.
street. Yeah.
One day,
And
yeah.
then
Oh,
boom.
bro.
And that
And
this
still-
these were years after the
Yeah.
official release, right? So
Yeah.
it's a bit of like that timeless party song. It's a, you know,
Ski,
How old is
ski
this song?
season.
Yeah, after ski and all these, like a winter time in
Yeah.
every ski hut
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Austria,
to the-
France,
yeah.
Germany, Switzerland, they all go nuts for that song.
I think it's 9 years old now. But we released it in 2018 because of the whole weight and stuff. But
Yeah.
it was premiered at Climax 2017 after like a nice meeting with the Q Dancer. Like, yeah, we want you to do a bit more serious things. And we're like,
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we were already knowing, like,
we're
But it was the
Jägermeister.
follow up to vodka, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, we already had vodka
What-
and
and
tequila.
tequila,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I remember tequila.
So like the next natural step was to make a song about Jägermeister.
It was also that time and era in hardstyle because I remember the Prophet was doing similar style songs, right? He was doing
Ay Caramba. Yeah.
like cultured songs.
Yeah.
So it
But
was
like
a good
we
time.
always loved like these thematic things, like where we dive into, like for Jägermeister, we looked into like what are these like typical yodel instruments? What are they using? Like the accordion, the type of guitars. So we really like deep dive it, trying to make it as authentic as possible.
But it was originally, because again, we love the thematic things about it, but especially during Climax, it was just a big fuck you to everybody who were trying to say, oh, you don't deserve to be here, or no, trust me, bro, they're gonna play dark and mysterious set. No, trust me, bro. I'm like, dude, just let her do our thing. You book the tweakers, you get the tweakers.
Yeah.
That's it.
You premiered Bring Me to Life as well, though, right?
That was
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
Come on, don't
There you
act
go,
too cool,
guys.
bro.
Please be
we'll
quiet.
ease them in.
Don't
and
act
then,
too cool, bro. Come on, yeah.
No, but when we finished the song, we did not show it to management. We didn't show it to the label.
Jägermeister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't show it to Q Dance. We didn't show anyone. Like, just me and Marcus had heard that song before we went on that stage.
Not even our girlfriends knew.
No,
about it,
nobody
so,
knew
yeah.
about that
Mhm.
song. And I vividly remember looking at Marcus, and he looks down at the player. It's got Jägermeister queued up, and he looks at me like, here we go.
And I'm mixing it in, and I'm hearing it in my headphones. I'm like,
This
But
it's
the
all or
reaction
nothing.
wasn't that bad, was it?
Was it like off the rip? Like this is gonna.
dude, the reaction was insane.
Yeah, so like the
Yeah.
vocal goes, this is the story of Jägermeister, and you hear like,
And you see the cameraman on stage, and they have to look from behind the camera. Like, are they for real now? Are they real? And then the yodeling comes on. They go, oh boy,
Let's
here we
go.
So yeah, no, that changed our career. That song, like
Yeah.
it was just gonna be a piss take, on everyone that was hating on us at the time. So, but then it turned out to something that was,
I feel like as well, like people need to be careful what they wish for, right? Because like people probably viewed you as not serious, like your music is not serious. That's why I didn't like you. But now,
Yeah.
now those same people are like, please, like, because you see now how unserious music can actually be.
Yes. And every time we make like, let's say, unserious song, we deep dive as with Tequila. It's
still
unserious
high
song.
quality,
It's
it's
high
still well
quality.
thought out,
It's
yeah.
not just like a shitty ass 1 hour bootleg. It's we really take our time to,
Yeah, there's a
to
lot of thought and
do
effort being put
research.
in.
And yeah, same with a remix or just a bootleg is not a 1 hour job for us.
Yeah.
We will
Think
recreate
of everything,
everything.
yeah.
It usually like nowadays it starts off like, hey, let's do a quick festival bootleg or mashup. Or
4
edit.
days later.
And 4 days later, you're deep diving into like, well, what is this instrument over there? And then,
Yeah.
So we don't really have we can't half-ass it for
Yeah.
some reason. We just can't.
We've had management say, please do not spend too long on this song.
Yeah, and then we end
then
up
we
doing
just
it.
do
And is
anyway.
that a quality that you guys have had from the beginning? These things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Because it's fun.
But it's,
fun
attention to
di-
detail that's probably got you as far as what it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, but
right?
because we love it, and we cannot like. I tell a lot of people this, like everything that we make and that we release and that we play, we love. And it's a reflection of the stuff that we love, not because it's a hype thing or because it's just a money grab, because we actually really enjoy making it. And that's the thing, that enjoyment is contagious. Happiness is
That's
contagious.
what makes it believable on stage.
Yeah, because I'm not going to play a song, and if I don't like it, I'll cover my ears. I do that a few times.
I'm sorry you did that before.
Speaking of great music, let's talk about our collab. Nah, but the first time I actually seen you guys and was like, this is obviously the TWEEKAZ, was actually the Kun documentary thing, you know, the
challenge.
The challenge,
Yeah.
That was the first time I was like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
You guys were still living in Norway at that point, right?
Yes.
He flew over and you were in that little studio and you were still using FL Studio.
In a
if I remember.
super smoky wooden room that was
My mom's house. Yeah.
Acoustics were horrible speakers.
But that's how it always starts, right?
Yeah.
It's quite nostalgic to think back, like, because obviously you guys, we've been to your studio, you have like, a fucking awesome studio now.
And
to think that you were like in
But everyone starts like in the bedroom, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I still remember it. Like, it was such a big deal that Kun came over
It was.
to make the song.
And were you guys like friends before the TWEEKAZ and you both decided to start making music at the same time, or were you doing it like separately?
Well, we didn't always make hardstyle, obviously. We met at a mutual booking in like a shitty ass DJ gig in Norway. Somebody tried to have like a electronic dance music party,
Like an under 18s.
under
kind of
18s
rave.
party. Yeah, and then
Maybe
we were
like 50 people there, you know. But
and there was a group chat with all the DJs on MSN Messenger.
Oh yeah.
That's how long ago it is. And we were just fucking bashing each other. Like, we were really hating on each other. Like, I think
Nothing's changed.
yeah, nothing's changed.
So you actually started out as nemesis.
Yeah, and then we basically we saw each other play, and it was like, that's actually
That's
not,
pretty good.
fuck, that's not bad. Shit. Okay. Hey.
But yeah, like
Yous
he
were
had
frenemies.
he had already started making music, and I was just getting into it.
But what style music was this?
Huh?
What music was this?
We made a bit of hard trance. We made some hands up. We made some
Yeah,
hard tech.
He was really into like UK hard trance, like Tidy Boys, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like I enjoyed it, but my piece of like my cup of tea was more the German hard trance, like Scott Project, and
ASYS.
also the UK stuff, because I was a really big fan of Bonkers.
Scott Brown.
Yeah, Scott Brown
Bonkers
and
17.
Still
Hixie,
absolute
and you know,
hero,
all of these things.
Yeah.
So we tried to just like, what if we combine that?
Yeah.
And just that's when it whole started. Like, the whole thing was just like, let's just combine and make a melting pot of all the genres we like and make music.
Is that would have been around the Bass Hunter time as well, right? Or was this before Bass Hunter?
It was a little bit before Bass Hunter, I
Right
think.
before,
yeah.
I think, yeah. Because I have like probably 100 records at home at my mom's house with like Nucleus records, Tidy Tracks, all this stimulant records.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember all these,
Yeah,
but
of
like,
course.
yeah. So I was already DJing vinyl back then, like when we met at that party. But then, yeah, like we met up like once in a while, just introducing each other to different types of dance music.
Yeah, and
songs.
and also just like, hey, look what I've learned in FL Studio, because there was no tutorials back then. There was no YouTube that could be like, hey guys, make this lead, make this kick. This is
Here's the presets.
Here's the presets.
Yeah.
We had to find out everything by ourselves, and I started with FL 3.5.
Damn.
And FL did not. I'm not sure. I didn't even think they had VST support back then. If they
Everything
did,
was in
I
the
had.
box.
If they didn't, I hadn't discovered it, and then I discovered Vanguard, and that was
that was
that was
changer.
That was like before Nexus, right? The
Yes.
Vanguard was the one.
The
before.
beast.
I did
That was like,
Digiwave preset.
yeah.
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 Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we were just like learning to do automations. Before we did automations, we did the XY controller, and that was like to record that and then do
record the event. Or
Yeah,
something.
record
I
events.
remember.
Oh my God,
So,
it's
but it
nuts.
was a fun thing, and it's I really think that kids these days, they have it too easy. I'm doing quotation marks on that because it,
Yeah,
Do you
it's
think
still,
it
about
felt
that.
more real then? Because, like, for example, if you had to do a take, then that was the take. You know, what I mean, so it felt like real. It's like I made this.
yeah, yeah, it was-
Rather than like nowadays,
Someone showed
maybe
me how to
are
make
you
this.
making the music? Or are you
yeah. But
not,
now
you know,
with all the
like-
splice, and you know, it's a great tool. I'm not saying it's I'm not shitting on Splice, because we use Splice as well. It's really nice if you want like that specific sample, or you know, you want something specific, you can just search for it and you can find it. But that whole thing, like, you have to make it.
Yeah.
But
You have to
if
do
you went
it.
back to that time and then all that was there, you probably would have used it, right?
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
as soon as like I remember, was it Vengeance? They started putting out these sample packs, right?
Yeah, the Vengeance.
And-
I
yeah.
still have
The
the.
Club
And I was having this
Essentials.
moral issue, like, can I use this loop? I didn't make this loop.
Yeah. But that's how it used to be as a producer, right? You would presets. You would be like, oh, I don't know.
I have to
Slightly
make
change
it
it just a little bit.
But if you fast forward to now, right? So these producers nowadays, they can go from like, if you have the talent, of course, like you can go from being like having this really shitty first track to like within a year and a half, 2 years, if you actually deep dive and watch classes and watch tutorials, and you can have top-notch quality.
There's some guys we know that have been producing for 6 months and putting out full records and getting hype.
So like
6 months.
nowadays, like the quality level it's insane.
Yeah, the entry levels.
Yeah, like I watched a bit of like the Red Race and stuff, you know, and then some of them are been around for like a year or two, and like, whoa, these guys are already like quality-wise, they're already there, but that means that everyone else has the ability to actually achieve this in such a short time.
Yeah.
So the entry level to actually get your name recognized.
That's why I had the quotation marks, because they have it easier to make good quality, but everybody can make quality.
It could actually be harder these days.
It's a lot harder.
right?
Yeah.
Like to push through, because like everyone has the same like kind of tools these days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
crazy.
problem.
But I feel like you also skip over fundamental parts, like the discovering, the getting your mind to work on like discovering stuff rather than using just things that already exist.
Yeah, but do you have the knowledge of how it works? Do you have the knowledge of how to actually make it?
Do you care is the bigger
and do you
question.
care? Or you follow a tutorial online, you save the preset, and you never do it again because you have the preset. Like, I really enjoy doing it again and again and again and again till it just sits in the fingers, and then you do it a little bit different every time versus just I made it once and I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
you gotta. But that's just because probably we're more old school in finding out how things work.
Thing, right?
Patience.
You need a lot.
Some
of
kids,
patience.
like, because you probably started making music because you wanted to make music, right?
Yeah.
But kids are making music these days because they want to be famous or
a
they
hype.
want to play.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't care how fast or how slow I get there or how much I know about it. I want to stand up there
on that stage.
All this stuff's irrelevant to me. Let's go.
Yeah.
But for me, it was also because I used to play the trumpet as well. And that, again, you cannot be good overnight. You have to practice. That is patience. Day by day, you might see a little bit of progress. And I think that's also one of the things, like with making music back in the day, because you had that patience because everything was a bit slower. It's a very fast-paced community these days where things are
crazy. Everything
is handed out to us. And
did you ever play the rusty trumpet? Sorry.
As soon as you say, it was as soon as you said trumpet, it was like,
It was in my head. It was like, can I do it? Fuck it. Nah.
But like, when did you guys like get into it? Like, what year was like
into music?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
like, I think the first hardstyle record I listened to was back in 2006.
Yeah, but was it hardstyle? Was it like, because what were you into
No.
before hardstyle?
It was like what you guys are saying, like the bonkers stuff.
Yeah.
like before.
vegan, right?
Yeah.
Vegan Peer.
Wigan
Yeah,
Pier.
Wigan Pier,
Oh,
yeah.
got a little bounce to
Blackout
it, yeah.
Crew and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Love those Ren and Stimpy covers. They're the
Yeah.
best.
Unbelievable. I still sometimes listen to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like my guilty pleasure.
And Alex K mega mixes.
Oh.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I think there was not a lot of people in Norway who were influenced by the UK style, but we were one of the few that really had a
How
whole
did you guys
crew.
get it then? Because the internet wasn't really.
Yeah, like I remember, like I growing up, I had a friend who his dad was working for Warner Music, so he could just tell his dad like, "Get me that record," like, and he would get it for free, right? And then he would resell it to his friends.
couple
Yeah,
copies.
for just for just $10 or whatever.
CD
you know?
burning.
Yeah, so like I got access to all these like, for example, Tidy Weekender compilations and like these CDs that normally wouldn't be in a record store in Norway. So I guess that's and like the start of having internet at home with the dial-up, like
LimeWire.
yeah, and that kind of shit.
We actually had something
Yeah.
really weird. I don't know if you had this, but I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Okay.
And there used to be people in the UK and Scotland that would put dance records and edit Dragon Ball Z on top of it.
Oh yeah.
It was really. I'm guessing that you never.
That was
had
not it, no.
But
The
that
footage
was-
of Dragon Ball Z was like edited on top of the
yeah,
the
but
music.
it was cool as fuck. And I always remember. Is it Pannendorf? It's like God made me cool. You
Oh,
ever heard that song?
Puffendorf.
Puffendorf, yeah.
And it made like
Everybody be cool.
Vegeta's mouth like that. But that was when I was younger. I was like, oh, this music's so. Is it the clip I like or the music? And then the guy who was burning CDs, he said to me, "Yeah, I'll burn you all this music onto a CD." And then when I put it in, I was actually like more. Well, I thought I was more like gothic, like, but I was just listening to Limp Bizkit. Was not a fight.
Hardcore golf.
Had the chains and stuff like that. They were like, bro, you're listening to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, but we still had all of that in Norway. So we had like the dance music that we grew up with. Like I remember some of the first records I heard was like Robert Miles' Children, you know. But then at some point, you know, I was listening to Limp Bizkit. I was listening to Eminem or you know, or Jay-Z or you know, a little bit of everything.
That's probably the biggest difference between where we grew up in like probably Holland and stuff, right? Is that we were never looking at music as like, this is who I am. Like we are Darren Styles fans or Showtek fans or anybody, but I feel like in Holland, like you grow up as this thing.
Yeah,
you know, like
because they also had
like hardstyle.
and they
like
had the access to
hardcore.
the festivals.
Yeah.
They couldn't go. We didn't have any of that in Norway. So
They had the
basically,
gabber culture as well, where
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
you like you lived and breathed it. It
Yeah.
wasn't just you listened to music; you were a gabber.
no, for here was more like, this is what I have on my computer at home, and then we share between our friends. But
Yeah.
you go out, you will never hear that music anywhere else. So you have to kind of like everything else as well to be accepted in society.
Yeah.
I guess you had a bit like the same as us. Like you couldn't feed off the Dutch culture when you started making hardstyle, right?
No.
Like you didn't have Dutch DJ friends that would easily just swap you a kick or a preset or something. You also had to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the fucking strong suit because that means that you're not gonna copy whatever is popular or maybe you tried to make it, but then ended up
You
at
can't,
something
yeah.
completely
That's
different.
what we spoke about before. We were trying
Yeah.
to recreate like Warface and Radical songs at that time
Yeah.
because that's what was popular, and then we just landed on this
Yeah.
other sound.
But it was the same for us because we didn't have any, while making music back in the day, we didn't have any influence from, because we couldn't ask any Dutch producers. We couldn't ask anybody because we didn't have any friends who made hardstyle. So we didn't know any of the guys who were in the scene. So we did the best we could to mimic it. And then we couldn't make it any better than what we did back then. And that's the sound that we landed on. And it just got accepted eventually by fans.
So how did you guys like land on hardstyle? Because you guys were making like, well, it was at hard tech and like hands up, and how did it narrow its way into hardstyle?
Like so, Marcus's brother, he was doing
He was studying physiotherapy in
Just
Groningen.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Shout out Thomas.
Shout out Thomas.
Thomas, the
legend.
shirtless guy.
Before he
Legend.
was shirtless.
So he was studying in Holland, and he invited you over for Cubase, right?
Cubase 2005.
Yeah. Marcus
Yeah.
goes, has a great time, comes back, starts showing me all this type of music that I've never really gotten into. And I was like, Kent, you got to come next year. We got to go to Cubase. Back then, 16-hour party. You know, I was used to going out for a club night of 4 hours. This was a huge difference for me. Like first festival coming in, Fusion Records is having like hosting in one of the
In the
bunkers,
Yeah.
and the main stage was like this. Now it's called Millennial Hardcore, right? But you had like JDA and you had CatScan, Endymion, Stun guys like that.
But also Warp Brothers.
Yeah, like
it was just
it was chaos.
Everything, yeah.
And-
Cosmic 8.
And I remember Marcus
Yeah.
saying, pace yourself. This is a long party. I got fucking smashed in the first hours. After 10 hours, I was sleeping by the lockers. Woke up to a Dutch guy smoking weed next to me. It was chaos. But what I came home with was like, hardstyle is so different than whatever I've heard before. Right?
Culturally, right?
Yeah, culturally.
culturally.
But it also sounded like so simple at the time, like 2006, 7. It was so simple. Like it was not like hard trance was so like because I was listening to like Guyver, Lee Haslam, Tidy Boys, all
Like
that.
the
There's a lot
arpeggiated
going on.
leads and,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
it was so
harmonics.
So many
complex.
layers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this hardstyle at the time was just a kick and a screech, and then like this triplet melody, and
D-Block and Estefan had the same chord progression in every song
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Every song.
so like for me, I told Marcus like we could easily make this. Like let's try to see if we can do it. Right, melodies no problem, percussion, all this. Then it boiled down to the kick, and we're like, well, how the
Yeah.
fuck
Do
are
you
we
do
saying?
that?
How the fuck are we gonna do
And that
this?
was the time of Microtonic.
Yeah.
The VST.
Still use it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Bluetooth Onion Boy had like these sample packs with the Hard Kick 10
Hard Kick
and all that.
10,
You know?
Still use it.
Yeah.
It's in them.
Did you ever use one of his the vocals? hardcore, like the hardstyle.
Lil Texas still fucking use a muhaha. Have you heard that? He's still fucking
No shame.
But it's that's my beer from earlier. I was a bit nervous. No, but like I noticed like Lil Texas, no shame. He's just still using that plutonium boy laugh. Muhaha.
I've actually never noticed that. I'm going now that you've said it.
You're gonna hear it every song now.
So what do you think's changed then? What have you seen over the years? Or do you think it's still the same culturally, or?
So we went to a festival yesterday, and it's been a while since I walked around at a Dutch festival and actually just looked at the crowd and looked at the stages. Not a lot has actually changed. I mean, it's the same, you attract the same type of people, and people are just having a good time overall. I'm saying now Dutch festival in general. Worldwide, hardstyle is way more accepted than what it was back then, because back then it was just, this is a hardstyle event and this is it. There's nothing else. Now, AAA names will play hardstyle on main stages everywhere. We've done the Tomorrowland main stage multiple times. You know, it's way more accepted, and for better and worse, obviously. I think a lot of people would try to protect their bubble and say hardstyle shouldn't be commercialized the way it is. But again, because we make music that we love, we want to share that with the rest of the world. And I think it's super nice to see that we hit a bigger audience, a bigger target group in general, and we can make people happy with the music that we make worldwide versus just the Netherlands or just Germany.
Do you think that was maybe something that you went in that direction because that's where it was going? Like it's naturally just came, rather than, because I think a lot of people that would hate on you, the first thing they'd say is, "Oh, you're sellouts," or "You're for that." But actually, like maybe that's where your passion lies. Is that
it was always hands-uppy style. It was always melodies. It was always happy stuff.
If you go back 10 or 15 years, or yes, the quality was less than what it is now, but it was still happy stuff. It was still vocals. It was big happy melodies, and that has not changed whatsoever. Like throughout, our career. I think we noticed early on that we wanted to be recognized as the TWEEKAZ and not as, oh, let's go to the TWEEKAZ because they're playing at a hardstyle festival.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We wanted to be recognized for our brand and not from the genre itself. Mm-hmm. So like you don't say, oh, I'm going to Madonna at this pop festival. No, you're going to see Madonna, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a very extreme example, but you know what I mean?
We like to compare ourselves to Madonna.
Yeah. Similar. I can see it.
Yeah. Now, but like we wanted to be recognized as, hey, let's go to the TWEEKAZ. TWEEKAZ always have a good party, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the brand that we wanted to build over the years.
And the melodies, as you said, like back in the day, as you said, the quality is not as good as it is now, but the vibe is exactly there. We had 8-beat sounds in the first hardstyle song we ever made because we were, gamers and we're like, this is fun. Let's do something different. So I don't think it's never been in the intention of let's get rich on hardstyle because that's almost impossible.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wrong genre.
That doesn't work. If we would be sellouts, we would not be making hardstyle.
No.
And yes, we attract a different type of audiences, but again, people call us the gateway to hardstyle because we make Disney songs. You can introduce your friends to hardstyle, and then they eventually go in a harder path, which for me is awesome. If we are the first thing you listen to and we get you over the doorstep into the world of hardstyle, and then you explore, and then if you go raw, if you go up tempo after that, great, because if we could help you
kick in the door.
Yeah, kick in the door. That's not being a sellout.
No.
Like that's just, we're really like, it's a passion. We love hardstyle and we want to share it with the world. Period.
Yeah. It's not like you switch between it either. It's like you are like
This
fully
is it.
committed to it. So it's like you can't be called sellouts, right?
No.
Because you've always been that and always probably will be that. And you never stray too far away from the core.
No.
So
And like we were saying about like when we decide to do an edit or a bootleg or something, it's not like we were gonna half-ass it to play at a carnival party, right? It's actually we put a lot of effort into these Disney remixes or whatever it is, right? And I think one of the things that did change over the years is that when I look back at our early songs, they were very complex and they didn't make sense. Like I think the longer we've been around, we play for a lot of crowds, and you start to realize, okay, they don't understand it. Like it needs to be simpler. Like so we've kind of like cut back on the crazy editing, like great. Okay, now it seems more acceptable again with the insane kick rolls and stuff. But like we were doing these weird like transitional edits and stuff, and like people were not getting it. So we kind of, I would say, dumbed down or like simplified certain things in our songs.
Yeah, we could do like long scope project build-ups and stuff. People don't care about that anymore.
No.
They don't get it.
So like at some point we just like, okay, this needs to go away from the song. This stays. It's simple like this. People will understand it, and it will work for a bigger crowd, right? It's funny because like I look at sometimes we joke with the boys on the Prime Shock. We call them like the tweakers from Wish or from AliExpress or whatever. But like they are still in that mindset with all these little tricks and edits and stuff. And I really recognize that from earlier in our career. And I love the boys, but for me now that is too complex compared to what we're doing now. We could not, like I feel like it would be too difficult for a crowd to understand what's going on.
We can say the same about, I can remember listening to Audio Freaks album many years ago.
Yeah.
It's a great album for a producer.
For a producer, it's like unbelievable.
For anyone else, it doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
Yeah.
What was that one song you had on it?
The Grid. It was at the 80s inspired.
No, there was another one.
It was fucking phenomenal.
There was a few on that was really.
But it's for producers.
Yeah.
It's not for anyone else. And I understand why he makes it, because he thinks complex. He's a very complex guy. And I was listening in the car and I was like, this is so cool, but it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But it all depends what you want with your music, right? Because I remember Sam, he had an interview and he said, you will have your, like at the time, like headhunters and noise controllers and Brendan Hart, but not everybody wants to be that.
No.
Yeah. True.
Some people actually want to have that super detailed, like give it up for the engineers and the producers thing in their songs.
It is a fucked up thing though if you're like if he's really believes that and that's really what he wants, but I feel like a lot of people, they think that, and then when the success doesn't come, it really fucks with them. And then you can feel a little bit of, I don't know if you have this, I'm not going to drop names, but sometimes I hear an artist and they're doing their own thing, it's going really well, and then maybe people get used to that sound a little bit, and you start to hear in their music there's panic setting in.
Yeah.
And you can hear it and it changes.
You mean like when they're like, oh shit, this is not the
this
trend
is not
anymore?
working, so let's completely rip it up.
I hear that every fucking year at Intense. Like I hear that whatever the trend is,
Yeah.
I'm going to hear that in 2 weeks now when Intense comes around. I'm going to walk from stage to stage and like, okay, I hear what sample pack just dropped last week, or or whatever track is trending. Because I swear to God, there's so many artists. I'm not going to name anyone, but like so many artists, they panic when a new trend comes around, and they're like, if I do not jump on this, I'm not going to be relevant.
They lose their identity.
Because you're never going to be good at it if you don't, one, understand it and feel it. So if you're just doing it to appease, to be honest, like we're really open-minded. Like we've made from the beginning everything. So, and that genuinely comes from our personalities.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a skill, sometimes it's a nightmare because we become really scattered. But like a good example would be like when the Clonks came along. I didn't hate them, but we never loved them. And you can hear like we never done it.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get it. And a couple of times we sat in the studio, right, and we were trying to make them, do them, and then we put them in the track and we'd be like,
what the fuck are we doing?
We don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
We don't get it. Like we don't. We're not sitting here excited.
Yeah.
So why?
But
why
like,
should we do it? It's
but
like,
if you, let's say like you were at a party and you have a really good click with another artist that is that style, right? And you would sit down in the studio and merge your two sounds together, then it makes sense to have
a collab.
those elements.
Is different.
If you like a sound, just collab with artists, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
then
just
you're
use your own
making
flavor.
making babies between the two styles.
Unless you like hear something you really love it and it inspires you to do something, you know what I mean? But I think just drag and drop and
yeah,
like,
that's what I mean.
hype.
Like with that Intense thing, is like some artists just blatantly one-on-one copies.
Yeah.
we had it kind of with like Zag kicks. Like we never invented them, but we were probably the first Main Street act to like kind of go in on them. And then we were loving them, and we genuinely did, and I still do, like, love them so much.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe people's opinions did get to us because we were like, yeah, maybe it is a bit too much, and maybe, like, there is only, it's went to where it can go. And then we kind of, like, let them go for a little while, and now you see, like, a whole new subcultures, like, now massive. But, to be honest,
so
not a crack I'm not in it, but, like, if I listen to, like, the dark horror, like, all that stuff, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah,
like,
I
really
remember seeing you guys in the crowd. I don't remember what year it was, but it was like the year that you premiered Numb at Climax. I found you guys at the Dimitri K set at the Yellow.
Yeah.
and you guys were having a good time. I'm not gonna get into that, but
Always.
you were having a good, you were having a good party. And I remember Raymond comes over to me and he like grabs me. He's like, Kent, this is the sound. This is the sound of the future. Like, are you giving me this whole ass speech about the Zog kicks of, or like we would call them Zog kicks at the time, right? In UK. And then I remember being at Climax. I was in the crowd when you opened your set with Numb, and that, you know, the first kick comes in, and there's like this roar that starts from the back and just like a wave. And I was thinking to myself, oh God, we're fucked. This is going to be a plague.
And you were talking about Jägermeister, but Numb was our Jägermeister.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we knew, we knew that the online chatter was going to be like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It was that.
And what is so impressive to me is that if we would have had a song like that, our mindset would be, that's got to be at the end. That's got to be the closing song because it's so.
Ours was like,
but for yours, it was like, we're gonna fucking start with it.
Yeah,
Mic
yeah.
drop
We do
that
shit
shit.
like that all the time.
you can't be called Rebellion and not make decisions like that, right?
And like,
oh no, we cannot be too rebellious.
I would like so respect because that was
but
the opening
The
song.
thing is,
you know?
that's what I was. My point wasn't very clear, but what I was trying to say a minute ago was that we genuinely do like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And for a little while, like we maybe got in our heads, like,
The problem.
are we doing it for impact or not? But now when I go and listen to that music, I still feel the same way as I did when I first heard them.
Yeah.
You know, like.
The thing was, it was like we were just coming off the back of like doing City Lights and the kind of more big melodic songs, and we gathered a lot of new fans by doing that because before that we were really raw and obscure and whatever, and then we've started dropping these extreme, really mad kicks, and people are like, "Whoa." We just started liking you guys, so what's going on? So we really had like a real split between our fan base at that point.
But what about all the fake drops? Was that always a thing in your tracks?
It
as well?
actually just became something funny that we,
Yeah,
because we'd be in here and we'd be doing overdose where all
Yeah.
these fake drops started, and we'd be like, let's edit it again and do another fake drop.
Yeah.
And we'd be laughing about it and just joking around, and then we'd be like, no, let's seriously do it.
Because I was standing with Nigel from Sub-Zero Project in the crowd at the Dirty Works in the Dirty Works party in Belgium. It was 15 years Dirty Works or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was standing with Nigel, and we were just like making bets if the next track is gonna have a fake drop or
drop.
not. Yeah. But I can see you guys really enjoy the fake drops because you're like,
It's
nah.
funny, yeah, because like.
And then the SFX guy never knows.
Nah,
when to
And
do
that's
things.
it's like a free TikTok as well when somebody's got that on content, like the guy shot it at the wrong moment and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really just started as we found it funny.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But then you enjoy making it, and that's
Yeah.
the whole point.
And then
Because it
some of
makes
them-
you laugh on stage, it makes you happy on stage, and again, happiness is contagious. And then
Yeah.
just, people just they start enjoying it.
sometimes also it works as a second build up. Like it's like building more anticipation.
Yeah.
So like when it does eventually drop, it makes the drop even better.
Yeah.
But now I actually feel the opposite way. If you don't have a fake drop, it's weird.
People
When it
won't
finally just
when
drops.
it drops, people won't dance because they're like,
Are you
it's
sure?
coming.
Yeah.
It's not dropped yet, and then they're like, wait, it has dropped.
And then you mix into like, what the
And
fuck?
fuck?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, I should have been dancing before. I'm not going to dance anymore now. Yeah, everything needs to be almost scripted for hardstyle these days, in my opinion. Like, it needs to follow the script. You go off the script, I'm not dancing, bro.
But
that's-
we are going to go off the script.
But yeah,
No, we actually are. Like our new thing is going to be
different.
different. Yeah,
Different.
We can't say what it is, but it's going to be different.
But I noticed that
You're going to like it.
Okay.
Or you're going to like part of it.
part of it. Okay, the melodic part,
Maybe.
maybe.
I never said melodic. You know?
But I was fair enough. But I was thinking about like because we play for a lot of different crowds over the world, like a lot of EDM,
Yeah.
normies. And because in hardstyle you introduce a melody, and you introduce a melody with no kick. In radio EDM, you don't. It's the kick and the bass, and the melody goes straight on. And it's so fun to every time we play hardstyle, they always start dancing, and I'm like, oh no, it's not.
When the
there's
melody
no-
starts.
there's no
Yeah.
kick here.
And we're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But for a long time, hardstyle did do that in the break, right? You had the little like beat behind
The
the,
little-
the break melody.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
only
really
recently
low
that
mixed, like just a break, club kick in the
Yeah.
break. But
people you don't actually hear that often now, right?
No.
I still do it. If
It's
I've got
normally
like
just
a,
one beat though, right? It's never
a
like a bass
16
line.
bars in there. It's just usually just one beat.
But now with techno, it's just straight to the point and a poorly produced screech.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Produced.
white noise with some peaks.
Poorly produced, yeah.
Produced.
A poorly spliced.
Or is that
screech.
techno
Rave
vault?
generator,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Nah, at least rave generator takes some skill, right? You still need
This
to,
is true.
need
Yeah.
to load it up. So.
Yeah.
You need to click buttons.
To be fair though, we did use it recently. It's
Like
pretty
Rave
sick.
Generator.
Was it? No,
I
it's
love
like-
Rave Generator.
But Rage Generator is awesome.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's just a bit hard to find the sound you want and then to actually select the sound because you have to actually select it, exit out, select
much
it,
hard
exit
work.
out. Yeah,
yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, I hate that.
That is
I
really
hate that.
annoying.
It's
It's,
such a
like almost
simple
like a
fix.
contact bank.
Just-
like
yeah.
those old
You can-
contacts.
It's inconvenient.
Yes.
That's
It's
what it is,
inconvenient. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's
What
it.
was-
That was see you later, guys.
What's your opinion of the whole techno trend and the hard techno stuff compared to like you know, we can call it early hardstyle or we can call it raw, whatever. But what's your opinion about the
Don't
whole?
give a shit, bro.
No, but do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of like
Some
artists
of
I
it
think
or
are doing-
all of it?
All of it, bro. I actually like maybe I don't even know when it was, but for me, techno was always like that, like tribal kind of like just beats and
Yeah.
percussion. Like I hated that techno like years ago. When someone would say to me,
Yeah, it was
techno,
obscure.
I
it
was
was just like a
like the-
arpeggio.
how can
like
like
the
8
German-
minutes of just
yeah.
the
The Berlin.
yeah,
12
that one.
minutes, same song.
So for me, actually, I remember one time, like before this was before the techno hype, we heard something, and it was like kind of someone had tried to make what you hear now, but it was still really long. And I said to you, if someone figures out how to change the structure of this,
If someone
This
puts
is
it in a
gonna work.
hardstyle structure,
and then there
of
was
the
a
techno
guy
sound, then it's Activator.
yeah, but it was his
T78.
T78. I remember Phil from Gearbox showed us his music,
I was like, oh,
and we were
shit,
like, bro,
that's
this
sick.
is how it should. This is
And
how
this
it
was
should
already
be.
maybe like this
Way
was
before that.
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I was like, if someone figured, and you also had the what was it, the cult tracks as well. That was kind of like back in the days. Mind you, had cult. It was like a Q dance
Like
record.
a gecko.
Like those
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff. I was
yeah,
like, I can hear where this could go.
Yeah,
And then I kind of forgot about it. And then the techno thing happened. I was like, obviously, because
Yeah.
it's not as serious. It's not all like song and dance. It's just like let's go. And
I think it also took the because Raw was changing at the same time, and
Yeah.
Raw was becoming a bit more goofy. And I think that what it done as well is it kind of dragged those people that didn't want to go that way as well with them, and that's why you don't really see a subgenre in hardstyle at the moment.
no,
It's kind of like up tempo that the subgenre is.
Yeah.
So
Because we saw quite a like for us we played Fuck New Year's Eve in Brussels.
Yeah,
Like,
great party.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
really
party.
good,
yeah.
But like we are coming like from the backstage, we haven't seen anything, and we're walking in and like this venue is like slam packed with kids just fucking
looks like an S&M
yeah,
club.
Yeah, and like
yeah.
all the kicks are just sounds like a wooden door that's just like slam.
Those are my favorite ones.
Like the
Just
up by-
complete
like that
violence.
yeah,
up
but
by
we
EPA
came
just
from that.
stuff,
So
Yeah.
for you maybe that is.
yeah,
but
and
for
we're
us
like,
it's just like
but
yeah.
everyone's just popping off, you know,
Yeah,
like
of course,
fucking
man.
going for it, and we're
Hades
like,
playing before us and some
Yeah.
monster. Goes,
Yeah, he's got his shut off long hair, and he's
Yeah.
just
and we're like, what the fuck? Like, how are we supposed to play after this?
Bro,
you know?
we actually played at the weekend in France, and the two guys before us was playing the
like,
craziest
just
crack
crap.
I've ever heard in my life. We
Yeah.
were like, what the fuck are we going to open with now? But to be fair, like, after it, the guys said to us, like, you sure it's okay? And we were like, bro, like, I'm not trying to sound big-headed, but we wouldn't be who we were if we didn't have
you're-
confidence, because we played, like, our
Yeah.
big songs, and people were, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You
I think
still
you're really
gotta-
insecure if you're bothered about too much
Yeah.
about that.
But you're still your act, right? So you still got to
Yeah.
represent what you are.
Yeah.
Right. And so we gave them a TWEEKAZ performance. It was great. Like none of the other DJs didn't say one word on the microphone.
Yeah.
That was also like a big.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that over in
Yeah,
techno, right?
that's so when I grab the mic and I say, make some noise. Everyone's fucking screaming.
Yeah.
But like, that's just not part of their culture.
But that's
No.
also why I think like that people maybe have this misconception, like hardstyle artists mostly, that you can transfer what you can do in hardstyle over to techno. But what they forget is that the techno world, they look at us as cringe.
Yeah,
Even like us who are, you know what I mean, like still making similar style music. I don't think they look at it that way because of the mic, because of all that shit. So for me, they will always be separate, even
Yeah.
though you're saying the sound is
No, no,
But the
no,
culture's
no,
just
yeah.
too different.
it's
It's
way
very
too
different
different.
because techno is no nonsense. Basically,
No.
it's straight to the point, and
Where
we
we're
have
all
these
song and
massive
dance
breaks and
and,
yeah,
yeah.
let me tell you a story. They have no story.
No, but even
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
even this like the aesthetic of it.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
even
it's
if
culture.
even if you lift the same music and then like Phantasm plays it, then yeah, it works.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's because of the way that it's presented. We're
Yeah.
presenting it in a totally even the
Yeah.
way that, like if you watch a hardstyle act jump around, it's totally different.
oh yeah.
Totally different. You know what I mean? Like we're more about like hands up, jumping around.
yeah.
Like, Techno, actually,
we-
the least you dance, the cooler you are.
Yeah, because we hype up the crowd by dancing and
Yeah.
you know, pumping our fists. They are more like a music conductors
Yeah.
trying to make the puppets dance.
Yeah, it's more about DJing, like being an actual DJ.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about it as a whole?
I don't like it.
No, you know, not a
Straight
fan?
up, don't like it.
What,
No.
the music, or the culture? Or what
The culture, I really respect the culture because I always respect anybody's music culture. If we wouldn't have different styles of music, we wouldn't have any music at all, basically.
Yeah.
So I really respect the culture. I just don't understand the music from a producer side of point because
Yeah, you can't look at it from a producer's
I
standpoint.
cannot not look
You
at it
almost
from a,
switch your brain off and then like,
and I hear the quality of it. It's not great quality. A lot of it, it's just, you know, very simple 4 sounds, and they are not good sounds, and they don't mix. It's not mixed well. Just it for me, I just cannot like it because I don't understand it. And that's the only reason, because I can't grasp my mind around why it works. Like this was the same when Zakix first started. No shock. I'm not a big fan of anything that is like super loud in your fucking face.
Yeah.
But if it's good produced, which a lot of it is, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it at all. But with hard techno, it's just here's a simple preset screech from a sample pack or whatever in Serum 2 pack or whatever, and it's just with a sample kick that you didn't even make, and that's your big hit. I don't get it. And for me, it hurts as a sound designer that needs to make it from scratch, that needs to do all these things and deep dive into the technical levels and, you know, spend hours on a sound to perfect it while no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's just, that's the only reason I don't like it, but I will always respect it, and I will always respect any culture, any party. But that's, again, because I like music overall.
yeah.
I think I have the exact opposite of what you think about it.
Yeah.
Because like I was always attracted to stuff that was not correct in that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's also like where we came from with Gearbox, because it wasn't right.
Yeah, because I remember you were telling me once that you tried to make a really clean track, like really well engineered, nothing out of like levels out of proportion or anything, and it didn't sound
right.
Didn't
Well,
sound
actually,
right.
our if you go look back and listen to Uprising, the reason why the kicks sounded crazy is because we were also layering kicks that were out of key, and then it was like phasing the low end and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
really?
Things are
Because
not
obviously
supposed to
when
make
you
sense.
have the two low ends that are in different keys playing at the same time, it like wobbles in phases.
Yeah.
But when it done that, we were like, whoa. What's that?
cool.
You're fucking crazy,
but that's what I mean. We've always had that like I respect your outlook, because I think that's why your music is so high quality and always has been, because you probably feel that way. But for me, I've always looked at music as that like this weird like how can it go in a direction.
Yeah.
The thing that I always like when I hear something is if I hear something that's not right yet, that excites me, because I always think if this was like done in this way, and a
Okay.
lot of our original like stuff that people would say, oh, you changed the game or you done something different, it came from us hearing something else. We've been like, what about if they slightly changed this or made this better? Like,
But a lot of times in music history, you've heard that some of the biggest hits in the world are made by happy little accidents.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because like somebody accidentally clicked the button and one guy was like, no, don't change that. That's it. And it was not intentional to make that type of sound or whatever.
Yeah.
So
You saw that Kashmir thing, right? The G6 one?
yeah,
Yeah.
they put it for the wrong channel.
yeah.
Yeah, we've had that a
Happy
bunch
little
of
accident,
times.
yeah.
Like we've put like a screech through a fucking kick distortion channel, and it's
Yeah.
got all the peaks. And I was like, that's a punch right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you
fucking
go,
punch
yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Yeah, no, we've had loads of those.
But music should be about, in general, that like not overthinking it. Just go with the flow.
It's a
And-
really personal experience, right? Everyone has their own,
Of course.
like.
But also, as soon as you overthink a song, it's not a good song anymore.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as the longer
If you need
we noticed that over the years, the longer you work on a song, it's never going to be a big song. If the flow is there and it just works. And
Unfortunately
it's
for
works.
us, like we've had the songs we've worked like the most on have been our biggest songs.
They are, yeah.
So
But
it really
yeah, but
some-
Randy's
So-
the same.
some,
huh?
but
Randy's
like
the
it,
same.
it
Randy's
can
the
really
same.
fry your brain because you usually, and for now, you guys are like, if we're working on this too long, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
So when you get to that, you can make a change. But for us, we've had like a lot of success by working long.
Okay, so
But
by
we've also had it the other way, of course.
but have you
like-
done major changes to the song then when you work on it? Okay, so you
Yeah.
kind of change the whole drop or
Unfortunately.
yeah, okay.
So
okay.
for us, it's like fuck. Like Supremacy Anthem that we made was like 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a long. It wasn't like every day working.
No,
but
no.
For the whole
On and off.
project
But thinking
was on
thinking
and
about
off
it a
and-
lot, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but like every producer is different, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think what Marcus is saying is that like the core arrangement, if that one just flows through like really fast for us, then it's gonna fucking work.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have a track that you're like is your number one
Like in terms of
for yourself?
like a favorite TWEEKAZ track.
Yeah, I
It
think,
doesn't need to be the most popular, but
no,
when
I think Come On is.
Yeah,
it's
Come On was a big one
Yeah.
for us.
It's
like
like
you
the-
loved it the most.
When I think of that song, I always think of like standing on this hill at DEFCON. You've just got there, you know, you've got your beer in.
Yeah.
That was always a song that would always be playing.
Yeah, and
But
I
like
think-
at the time, like you had like people like in drum and bass. We wanted to implement like EDM drum and bass.
his Big Room was also big at the time.
Big Room and dubstep, and we were like, how the fuck are we gonna do all this in one song, right? And then so there's all these fuckery with like BPM changes, and you have like this reggae, like a type vocal that we found in a sample pack, you know. And so the track starts off with the what we called at the time like the Dr. Rule style, the hard drop.
Yeah.
It was just like a punchy
punch,
bum,
yeah.
bum,
Yeah.
bum, like with like a simple melody on top. Then you come into the break, and all of a sudden it goes up to 170. Then it's like drum and bass. Then it drops to half tempo, so it's kind of like dubsteppy. And then we dive down to 128, and then it's like the hands up big room moment.
Yeah.
And then it ramps back up to
How was your
hardstyle.
PC when this was going
Yeah.
on?
Oh my god. Yeah. So
A lot was rendered.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
because I remember like talking to like I sent it to Soundrush, and he's like, "Bro, you have every style in this song.
Yeah.
Like, how did you do this?" So yeah, that was a personal like producer favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
What about to play?
It changes all the time. That's the
Yeah.
thing, because I feel like every song that we make is such a little. We both get a little bit better each song. So
Except our collab.
but we haven't. Yeah. No, but I mean in general, because you learn something from every process, right?
Yeah.
Every song you make, you go, yeah, listen, I heard this song, I'm going to implement that into the song. Like I go back 4 years, I go, this was it, you know, like this was actually good, you know.
Sound, yeah.
So it's hard to tell what's the favorite, because basically what's the favorite now to play right now. It's I think one of my favorites to play now is Stamp on the Ground,
Oh yeah,
because it's a song everybody knows.
Is it a bootleg of it?
yeah. We
Stamp on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
We-
Bro,
we,
that fucking era was so good.
Yeah, because like it was Serzo, it's like a Norwegian producer, and he wanted to do that one with us as a remix, and so we, without approval, we just
Italio Brothers.
Yeah, Italo Brothers. We just
yeah.
did it, right? Like
Yeah.
we got impatient waiting for a response. I got a hold of like one of the producers for Scooter. He knows Italo Brothers, got his number. He listened to the remix, and he's like, "Yo, this is really great, but the original is still doing really well. We have this crazy deal with whatever label they're on, right? And we don't want to mess with." It's
The
basically
original.
their retirement song, right?
Yeah.
So they're not gonna benefit off having a hardstyle remix out. It does great for our sets. Like we're still playing it like year in now, and but he's like, look, we're not gonna release this, but we're talking to Italo Brothers about actually doing a new, like a
Version.
new song,
Yeah.
a new
Yeah,
song
yeah.
with them. So
Everything works out.
if that
Great in the end.
works
Yeah.
out, then then we're happy either way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's,
I think for me, like Dance for Therapy is really fun to play right now. That's
the
our
Strikers one.
the
Yeah.
Strikers collab.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, there's this car community on TikTok that has picked up this one. So they'll just film their
Their Volvo.
their tuning cars with their overpriced rims on this old car, and they'll just like there's hundreds of videos of people just with the first drop of Dance for Therapy. I loved your face. I saw a video of you guys when Strikers played. You guys did like Rebirth or something
Yeah.
back to back, and then and then Raymond's like, "What's going on over here? What is going on over here?"
Yeah, well, it was interesting.
yeah. No, but it's just like this funky, weird. Like I hadn't heard. Like sometimes I'm on TikTok, not often, but I saw this hard tech trend. You know
Yeah, I know what one you're
the
talking
dark
about.
triad or whatever the fuck they're calling it,
Yeah.
like the dong, tish, dong.
Yeah,
tish.
there's ones that sound really like stupid, right?
Yeah.
Like super distorted,
Yeah.
resonating. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
those
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. So like, I've kept seeing those, and we already had like the vocal and the melody idea, and but like, how the fuck are we gonna implement strikers into this? And then I show Guillaume like, can we do something like this? You know, like but then he takes like kind of like an up tempo kick. Like a kick and bass up tempo kick, and then he puts he chops it up so it's really short and puts the snare on it. And I showed it to Mark like, this is it. No one's done this. This is.
And thing is, yes, it's not my forte, but I can hear it immediately. This is gonna work.
That's gonna work. Yeah.
This is quality.
TWEEKAZ
Yeah,
flavor,
and it's got the
if you know what I mean.
playfulness. It's got the quality, and overall, the song in general is also so much happening at once, and it's just all over the place, and it hits because there's a little hands up part in there, and there's a good melody. There's a melody drop. It's not just in your face
One
kick
thing,
rolls.
yeah.
So it's like an overall song. It's for everybody.
Yeah. It would have been easy just to do the big kick roll thing, right with the strikers. Like.
Yeah, just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that collab that came together really fast
Yeah.
because they had that.
Weirdly, I think you both have the same.
Yeah. Well, they
you know what I mean?
when they came over
Different sound.
to Tweeka TV, they were like, people are calling us the TWEEKAZ of raw style because we're just funky, weird,
Fun,
you know. And
I can see why people think that.
Yeah. But like, it seems to them like they were last week at Tweeka TV. Nothing is a bad idea to strikers. They're like, fuck it, let's just
open.
just try it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not weird they're not afraid to make fun of themselves or to be weird or funny.
The deepest thing about them is Funta's voice, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I don't understand what you're talking
like they came over. They had made their own custom spinning wheel with all these actions that we had to do during the show, and now. This is either going to be really cringe or it's going to be really fun. You know?
was really fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
But like I would like me in my head now, like in my headspace, I'd be like, oh, this is weird. Maybe we'll skip this or that. But they were just like, fuck it, just let's do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for them. They're good guys.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest thing that's happened on Tweeka TV? Even if it's off camera, must be something that sticks out.
Dark
like,
Raver.
Yeah, Dark
Well, your
Raver.
shirt, right? Was that
Well, no,
Not just the shirt,
the shirt, but
just
like-
him in general being there.
Him as a person.
first thing I tell him, look, this is live and we're on YouTube, so no racist comments.
It's the first
Oh,
thing he
shit.
goes like, give it up for Dark Raver. What's up, mate? You know, and then
Yeah.
he goes the N word.
And I just pull out. It's like, dude, buddy, we cannot do that here. But I'm sorry.
So, at some point he's saluting a certain Austrian painter. You know.
Yeah,
And
and,
we're like-
because the mic was off, he said, "I don't worry, I'm not going to say anything." And he does that, and I'm like, I don't think you understand the whole. Yeah, he does not. He has no filter.
Yeah, no filter. And then as soon as the stream ends, his pants are coming off.
Yeah.
It's just Rossum is told he's sitting like looking at the camera. All of a sudden, there's a black schlong like this far away from his face. Yeah. Like I have I think Glenn recorded a video because I got also really smashed that night. So I'm sitting on the floor trying, that wall of fame. I got ruthless photo. I'm trying to glue it onto the wall and showing him where to sign. For the pictures of Ruthless bending down, and then Dark Raver is coming with his dick swinging, towards us. I'm like, get away here, bung! I slap him. That was chaos that night. Complete chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you say that was too far or it was funny?
It's funny. My shirt wasn't destroyed, so it's funny. Yeah.
Nothing's too far on the Tweeka TV.
No, especially during COVID, like I feel like now the streams are a bit more calm.
PG.
They're a bit more PG, yeah.
I woke up still in the studio. You were like, just stay, bro. Just
Was
stay
that
over. And I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
fuck it. And then I woke up in the morning. I opened my
Was
eyes. I
that
was like,
the-
I'm still here. No.
Was that the episode where there was a pool of blood?
That's
at
where
at
I'm
the end
getting
of
it.
the
And
stairs?
I was like, I need a drink of water. So I walked through the kitchen, and in front of me is this big pool of blood. Like, it looked like someone had been murdered. I'm like, oh shit. So instantly, I'm like,
yourself, yeah.
like feeling myself. I'm like, right, it's not me. And then Harry, one of your good friends, I go through and say, bro, you okay? No reply. I'm like, oh my God, bro, are you okay? And he was like, oh, what is it? He's like, right, he's alive. And he got up, and his hair, he had long hair at the time, and his hair was all matted.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was all crusty. When I was feeling, I was like, bro, are you okay? He was like, my head, bro. I was like, bro, you should probably go to hospital because come and look at this. And he's looked at it, and then he starts freaking out. But there was a lot of blood, bro.
Yeah.
Because
He fell down the stairs. It was like at the bottom of the stairs.
There was a hole in the wall. God knows what he was doing upstairs because we did not show him the upstairs at all. But like, if we go back a few hours, someone on the stream, said, like probably a friend of Harry, said, I wanted to challenge him, sends the super chat saying, I want you to do a shot of every type of alcohol that the TWEEKAZ have in their office.
Yeah, I
Which
remember
we
that.
all know
Damn.
is a lot.
There's like
Yeah.
a 15 or 16 shots.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just grabbed them 3 by 3 and just downed them all. Yeah, that was that night with you guys, huh?
20
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah, that
20
was us.
minutes later.
And then, at 20 minutes, yeah, it was, yeah. And then we dropped the Punjabi MC. You guys remember
I
that?
remember
was such a
that.
moment.
Because we had drum and bass on, right?
Yeah.
Such a moment, but like, yeah, we went home, like, and I get this video call from Rossum. He's like showing me the office. It's a fucking mess, right? And the
Chaos.
pool of blood, and Rossum goes like, I think we finally killed someone on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually Rossum that took me. It was Rossum that took me home that morning. We were sitting in this KFC. He was like, "I'm so hungry, buddy. You want to stop for food?" So we're sitting in this KFC, and we're both like, "Bro, we need to change our life decisions." Bro. I was like, "How the fuck did I end up staying there last night?" Bro,
With the right amount of drinks, you're easy to persuade.
Yeah.
into certain directions.
Yeah, I try not to get even that far anymore. So.
Yeah.
But
What's the weirdest thing you've seen on stage then? There must be something.
Weirdest thing on stage.
or on tour or whatever.
'Cause you guys have seen a lot of
Different places.
weird places, if you know what I mean. Like places
Yeah.
where normally like we've not played or something like that, you know?
This is a tough one, actually.
Yeah. Because we
Because
usually
normally you're the weirdest people there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because like usually the product, like when, especially nowadays, like if we're playing a big stage, it's very professional. It's not like people can do
Yeah.
anything weird.
I've had a toilet brush thrown at me.
Yeah.
Used?
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Was that in the little Dutch club?
Dutch club, yeah. Yeah, it was a farmer's party, and they were just going nuts. Probably was not. Hopefully, it was not intended to me, but it was just everybody was throwing everything
Yeah.
in the venue. So then I just feel like, what the fuck is this? And I see the guy. I was like, there's a used toilet brush on the ground. I go,
Yeah.
Oh.
and
At
it
least they had
scratched
your-
me. So I actually had a scratch from it. I'm like, I gotta go get a tetanus shot right now. For God's sake, this is it. I'm dying. I got AIDS.
It's weird that all the places you've been that happened to you in Holland. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are also, again, a lot of Dutch crowds just don't give a shit. They have parties every weekend, so they're like, yeah.
Like one recent memory was like we were in Japan, and we had this, like, the main show was in Tokyo, big show. But Japan in general, I don't know if you guys played yet.
Right,
But
going
he's
there
one-
next
Yeah.
month.
Oh,
actually.
epic.
Once you go there, you'll see that it's a very intimate experience. All the restaurants are really small, but they're proud of what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see 10 people. The menu is not a la carte, five pages, it's 1 page, right? Everyone's very proud of what they're doing. But so we play this smaller sideshow in Osaka, right? Mm-hmm. And you could tell, like, maybe there was like 500-600 people there. Everyone's having a great time. You could tell that the promoters are just a bunch of friends, like, and they want to party too. So
Yeah.
at some point, they also start chugging the Jaeger and stuff, right? and so it just the party is done, everybody leaves, and then they were like, "Do you guys want to do karaoke?" And we're like, "We're in Asia. We're used to going to these karaoke places,
So
right?"
we say, okay, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, sure. And they're like, yeah, sure. And then they hit a remote, and the whole LED screen
Just
behind.
turns into
That's it, the
So
karaoke.
the club turns into our karaoke bar.
That's sick.
Yeah, so then there was a little pole in the middle. We're standing there singing like fucking Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears and Celine Dion, and just that was such an odd experience. Like we had the club to ourselves.
Yeah.
And
I
we,
think the same thing happened to Sub-Zero Project in Japan.
Yeah?
I'm sure they told us this.
Probably the same club.
Yeah.
Was,
Probably
it
the
a,
same club.
was the promoter a woman?
No.
No, there was a woman. They told us. Yeah. What is your go-to song then? What's
there's a lot of Backstreet Boys. When
Yeah,
we
it's a
hit
lot of
the-
Backstreet Boys. As
yeah.
long as you love me, and
Yeah.
that's an easy one, right?
Yeah.
Everybody from Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
because you know everyone's going to join in, right?
Yeah. Every single person in the fucking world knows those
You
songs.
don't want to do like a slow love song, right? Then you
Yeah.
get, then
My
you
heart
get
will go
caught
on
in.
can work though,
Yeah.
Yeah, or Share Believe.
Need to get those high notes in.
Yeah.
We done it in Hong Kong as well.
Yeah, we had a layover in Hong Kong on the way to Australia one time, and it was like 14 hours or something. So we're like, fuck, let's go out in Hong
Go
Kong.
outside, yeah.
So we ended up smashed, bro. We went and we're like, let's
Because
go
they
karaoke,
have
man.
the super tenants and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the
So
beer
it's like
that's
11%
12.
Yeah.
beer. So we're like, fuck it, let's just get 6 cans each. So by the time we're drank them, we are hammered. And we're like, let's go fucking karaoke. We're in Hong Kong,
No,
bro.
the funny thing is we were in like there was like a souvenir street. It was just selling like souvenir shops, and we went in and we met probably the funniest woman I've ever met. Remember, she was like an older woman, and I don't know if you know this or you get this, but there's not a lot of places where sarcasm is a big thing, right, in the world. I feel like,
especially
you know what I mean?
You guys type of like when you tell me like sarcasm, I usually think that you're telling me the truth.
No, but
we are super sarcastic.
So everywhere we go, we normally like dial it down or whatever. And we went into a shop and we said to the woman like, "Is there any places open? You know, like where we could get a drink or something?" And she was like, "No, because it was like 2 p.m. She's like, "No, 2 p.m. No, we're open." And I was like, "All right, about you?" "Of course it open. This is Hong Kong." 2 doors long. I was like, "All right." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, Is there anywhere we could do karaoke? She went, "Oh, no karaoke, not this time." And I was like, "All right." And she was like, "Of course, karaoke! This is Hong Kong!"
And you're like, these are my people.
These are my people.
But again, we were like, is she being serious? You know?
Yeah.
And then she was like, "No, upstairs."
Literally right upstairs.
Just walked upstairs and karaoke.
But we actually made a mistake. We went to a restaurant and we were asking people, where's like authentic? I don't want in the middle of the city. I'm wanting like outskirts. Proper authentic Chinese food or Hong Kong food, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then we were like, can you give us an English menu, because everything's obviously in Mandarin.
Yeah.
And there was an option chicken fingers, so I was like, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to get the chicken fingers, right? It comes out on a tray. It's the claw.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Chicken feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, we're absolutely wasted. So I'm like, hey, it actually looks like a claw, bro. And then I ate it, and it is a claw. All the gristle and shit.
But chicken feet is amazing. So we were in.
Don't say this.
Right, so we were 5 weeks in Taiwan during the pandemic. While the world was on lockdown, Taiwan was open. So we did 5 weeks there, 2 weeks in quarantine, and then afterwards just free party every day. And we were having a midnight snack with the dancers of the club after the show. And they were all like gorgeous girls, and they were all eating chicken feet, just like, spitting out the bones. And then they say, this is what we eat when watching a movie instead of making popcorn. So they just have the chicken feet and just spitting out the bones. I think it tastes great. It's just a little bit nasty to think of.
Yeah,
you know what
I think
it
that's
is.
what got me, because I was like, this, like
this is where it steps around in the dirt.
and it was quite big, bro.
Yeah.
It must have been a big ass fucking chicken, because it was a big claw, bro.
Yeah.
So, but it put me off, and then I decided.
But all the spices there, though. I think thinking back now, it was one time we were in China. I think it was Beijing. I'm not sure, Beijing or Shanghai. Usually when you are in Asia, a lot of times the backstage is a VIP room, which is a karaoke room, right? So you can stay afterwards. And we stayed, and we had karaoke with the dancers of the club, with the promoter, and we stay for hours after, and we get smashed. And then we were like, we're hungry. Let's go to a random ass street kitchen in China. We go to this place, fluorescent lighting, plastic chairs, kind of look like a Mexican taco bar. You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Best food ever, obviously. But we come there with the rider, and we have so much alcohol. And then we asked the owner of the club of the restaurant. We said, okay, if we have this, but we're going to give you a bottle of Grey Goose. And we give him the bottle of Grey Goose, and he goes, yes! And he starts drinking. We're talking like massive ass glasses of just chugging vodka.
The guy running
who's running the restaurant, the chef. So half an hour later, he is so smashed. He's falling in the bushes. His mom comes out of the kitchen with a soup ladle, running after him, hitting his head, and tries to pull him back to the kitchen while he just keeps falling over. And we're sitting there laughing our asses off. This woman comes over with a box of snails. Here, eat some snails. Like a Tupperware box of
Sounds
snails.
like a fever dream.
Yeah, fever dream. While we're eating leftover chicken parts, not just the chicken feet, like leftover chicken parts boiling in a pot. Everything
of a chicken.
This is one of the best memories I have of China, because that night was just unbeatable, and the food was amazing. The snails not so much, but everything else, and people are so friendly.
Yeah. If you're talking about like good culture, like Asia is up there, man.
Yeah, Asian and.
But you guys embrace, like, if you go to a country, you're not gonna hit up McDonald's, right? You're gonna
we do that,
Yeah.
but most of the time, but like authentic. But we had our fingers burnt last year real bad in Mexico, bro. We went to this like taco place that was like clearly run by the cartel, and we got we were eating these tacos, but they were like taco pastor.
Yeah.
So it's like the sandwich.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable, tasted amazing. They've got all these different spicy sauces that you put on it. Brother, I'm not kidding. I was pissing out my ass for about a month, month and a half.
That's just Mexico, bro.
A month and a half.
Yeah.
But I love Mexico, and I love the food in Mexico, but I have never gone home from Mexico without an upset stomach. It's the only country in the world where I get an upset stomach.
This was like the worst food poisoning I've ever
yeah,
had. I had to
really,
move my seat on the plane because there was still a business class seat right next to the toilet. I was like, I need that. I need it because if I'm going to have to wait on someone using the toilet, I will shit my pants, bro. Like, it was horrible, bro.
But I love embracing culture of the country you're in.
Yeah.
We always tell the promoter, take us to your
We had a
favorite
Pizza Hut in
spot.
China.
I've had Pizza Hut in China as well. I had Peking duck pizza in China.
But it's sweet, right? It
yeah,
tastes,
it's really sweet,
really
very different. No, and that was
yeah.
the first and last time I went to Pizza Hut in China.
We had with ramen, like our very first ramen was in Japan. Our very first Korean barbecue in South Korea.
hot pot in Chongqing.
Yeah, in China.
Yeah.
Hot pot
Korean
food.
barbecue's better in Sydney, though, right?
Australia.
I think,
Australia's good.
I think
for
it's
a good
different.
barbecue.
Good
It's
meat
different.
though, but
Part of this, the Asia tour, one of our stops is South Korea, and that is one of the things I'm looking forward to is trying the authentic Korean barbecue there.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but you'll see
Uh,
that the Korean barbecues in Australia and stuff, they've been very westernized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bro, I like that. I'm like one of those guys. I'm like the opposite way.
Yeah,
I'm like one
But
of those guys. I'm like,
you'll see when you go to Japan as well, you're not going to see these weird rolls covered in like mayo and
like with sushi.
Yeah, the
like-
sushi's
There's
really
no California roll.
No.
Yeah.
That's
All the
what I mean.
multicolored stuff, there's sprinkles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you'll see, it's more clean, more basic,
Yeah.
but it tastes really
it's
good.
just when it comes
Amazing.
to meat, man. I really need to eat meat that I trust, or at least is, I don't know. Like I'm the kind of guy that only likes chicken breast. I mean, like thigh or anything.
Thigh's better. Like if you get like a good restaurant that has good chicken thigh, like Nando's. You ever had chicken from Nando's? Get the thighs from there,
we
bro.
were in where was that, Malaysia?
Yeah.
When
Yeah, we had that in Malaysia
But
as well, but it
we
doesn't
were
taste the same.
in Malaysia, and we were playing as TWEEKAZ, and we arrived at the festival. I'm starving, and then Sub-Zero is playing or something, and so Marcus and the others, they go to watch that. All of a sudden, this runner comes in with a bag of Nando's, and he just places it on the table. I was like, I don't know who ordered it, but I'm fucking taking it. I dived into that chicken thing, like
Yeah.
it was like a leg or something.
Yeah.
So
like there was
juicy.
no tomorrow.
Unbelievable,
So
right?
juicy.
Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
like amazing.
I think like a lot of people in the UK say it's overrated, but because we don't live there anymore, we only get it every so often when we go back, and it
Yeah.
still fucking slaps.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, but the periods, man, it's such a different
You
flavor
need
to
your
it,
stomach
yeah.
needs to be built for it, bro. I get
Oh,
the
yeah.
extra hot, so
Yeah.
when I go all out, bro.
Yeah,
But
we had
you need to
Wingstop,
book a good
yeah.
couple hours
Oh,
after it to
Wingstop.
just sit down.
We had
Wingstop's
Wingstop
top, bro.
yesterday, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Skippo.
At the
Yeah.
Skippo, yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
It's unbelievable.
Sometimes
Now,
the queue's a
now
bit too
that
long.
the crazy introduction bit has like
Yeah, because you
died
pass
down.
it and it would be like 100 people just
Yeah.
waiting,
Yeah.
and I was like, but we're the same. We only had it recently for the first time, maybe like a couple of months ago, and bro,
It took like 50 minutes. We had an order of 100 euros yesterday, and
yeah,
it was,
it was-
quite a lot of food.
Came fast.
what
Yeah.
flavors do you get on your?
Louisiana rub.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the best one.
I took the original hot and the mango habanero. That
I
one
get the
is
garlic
really
parmesan.
good.
and
The garlic
Louisiana.
parmesan is amazing.
Yeah, it's good, but your breath is
Yeah.
like the ranch combo with
Welcome
the
to
garlic
the food
parmesan.
podcast.
Your breath is like cartoon green smoke coming out of your mouth.
Alcohol and food, right? That's
Alcohol and food.
Yeah.
But that is tour life, though.
Yeah, it's true.
It
It's
really is,
alcohol,
yeah.
food, and restless nights.
Would you say
And
that's the worst part of the job, right? Like
the travel
traveling,
part?
yeah.
I don't mind it as much, to be honest, because like obviously now, and we have kind of made it so that we make music. The most of the music we make is from December to March. You know, that's when we make the most music, and the rest is just touring. But you know, to the fact that being a DJ, you're always on the road, but that's also your downtime. Because downtime is me time. I get to game, I get to watch series, and I think it's really important just to go with the mindset of I don't mind this, and then you won't mind it. If you're going somewhere, if you say, "Oh, this is gonna suck,"
Then
it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I always try to be like, "Hey, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna relax on the flight. I'm gonna be comfortable." Obviously, we pay for business class seats because I cannot do long haul flights anymore. We did 4 or 5 times to Australia in economy, and I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. Just cannot do it.
It's a killer.
Yeah.
It's a killer indeed.
And also, like you arrive there and you're supposed to be at the top of your game to perform, to interact with your fans.
Yeah.
And, like you can't do
But
that.
the prices now are fucking
Oh, it's
Yeah, yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
It's
crazy
ridiculous.
Sure.
shit, bro.
Sure.
But I think overall, there's nothing that's the worst other than when you come home and you are jet lagged and ruined for days.
Yeah.
And then you still have to do shit.
Especially coming from like the
normally.
America side.
Yeah.
That jet lag is fucked, bro, when
Yeah.
you get back here.
But I really enjoy traveling in general because we have a lot of friends
All over the world.
All over the world now. There's a lot of good food, and regardless of how horrible your journey there is, once you're there and you see how happy the fans are to see you, it's always fucking worth it. Like, because you have to like remember that they haven't seen you in maybe ever or in a year.
A long time.
Yeah. And it's such a different thing because they don't have the same options. They don't have all these offers to go see all these DJs all the time. So they are so excited to see you, and it just makes it worth it every single time you go on tour.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think for us it's a bit different because we always have deadlines in amongst the touring, so we know that we're coming back feeling a little bit, you know.
So you don't finish the deadline before?
No, bro, I don't know. Surely John and stuff I've told you about.
These are deadlines that you set for yourself, or that?
Yeah, probably a little bit of both. We always take on too much.
Yeah.
But I feel like that we're normally the best when we do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we've always been like, we have like these 2 very intense periods, right? So like Marcus is saying, from the end of the year till February, March, because that's around Reverse. And we've always treated Reverse as that's our climax, right? That's where we showcase new music. That's when we go all in. And then the next one, we're not gonna premiere 4 new songs at Intense or something. Like, the next big thing for us is gonna be DEF CON, because then there's people flying in from all over the world, like people that we played for 50 of them over in Switzerland, and we played for 500 of them in the US. Like, they're coming in from all over the place. That's our next goal, and then we do another 2-month just hammering in the studio, probably starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we got 5.5 weeks now till DEF CON. So.
Go hard.
Yeah. And then after that, it's Tomorrowland, obviously, for us, which is also a really big deal.
Yeah.
But then it's more making edits of the songs we
You've
already
got
have.
in the bank.
Yeah, and then you kind of have to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Okay, we can skip this, and then this needs
More
to
like
be
piecing together the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like if you're playing at Tomorrowland, they wanna. They don't want to hear like 5 new songs.
No.
They don't
No,
care.
no,
They want
no,
to
no,
songs
no.
they know, right?
Yeah.
Like if you play DEF CON, they're kind of expecting
Something
new,
Yeah.
maybe a new exciting collab
Yeah.
or something. At
they
least-
want the full pot.
Yeah, like we kind of overkill it sometimes with like 5 or 6 new songs.
We've had management tell us you make too much music.
just chill, you know?
You gotta stop
Yeah.
because you're killing your darlings. Basically, you release a song, and then once it starts to be alive in the charts or
You've got a
going
new
into
one,
place,
yeah,
we
plays
get a
it.
new one, and then it gets kicked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Or we do like an original, right? And then we're trying to get the original to breathe, but then we get an idea for a quick remix of a famous song, and that song is obviously going to be way more popular.
Yeah,
than the
overshadows
original.
some
Yeah,
of the other
overshadows it, right? That's a blessing and a curse, right? There's
Yeah. But if
creativity.
you've always worked like that, at least like 1 or 2 of them are going to be like rippers, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Like I imagine you narrowed it down and you're like, right, I'm going to take everyone's advice. I'm going to narrow it down. Maybe you don't have that feeling because like you're banking on 1 or 2 being the thing. Whereas if you got like 5 of them, subconsciously you're working on it differently, right?
Yeah.
Because I've always admired there's certain artists that are able to like let one song breathe for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like they build this whole story around that one song, doing either if it's stories or post or, you know, they're building a whole brand around one song.
Kuhn is very good at that.
Yeah, Kuhn, Headhunters.
Headhunters
Headhunters was
king
great
at
at
it.
that.
I remember when he left Hardstyle for a bit, right? And then he started vlogging. Every episode would start with like a
wee
interval,
jingle.
the little
Which is from This Is Hardstyle.
It was Destiny.
Yeah, but he also, you know, the zoom, these transition
Yeah.
thing, that was
Yeah.
from his collab with
Noise Controllers.
Noise Controllers, The Space
yeah,
We
yeah.
Created, which was a Easter egg.
Yeah, there was
to,
nothing
like,
that was not
Hardstyle. Like,
Yeah.
Such a smart.
thought
Genius,
out.
yeah, genius, yeah.
Everything was so well thought
But
out.
I just remember like they had this like jingle, like this melody at the beginning of every episode, because he already knew we're gonna play
That's
Project
a
One
climax,
climax,
yeah.
right? So every episode had this beginning of this melody. He never showed any of the part of the track, just the melody, and that was brewing for months.
And can you remember when he did eventually play it at climax? You heard
Yes.
everyone going, "Oh,
Everyone
that.
knew the
Knew-
fucking melody.
yeah.
I was in the crowd. I was like, "Fucking
That is
hell!"
unbelievable." Yeah, that was pretty
Brilliant.
was that the
Crazy.
year you done Tweek or at Climax?
Oh, do we have to talk about that? We can. I'm past
Was
it.
that
At
the
the
year
time,
though?
huh? Look at the time. We're done.
That wasn't a year though. or not?
No, I think that the Project One thing, the return was 2016.
Yeah.
And when was the Tweek Core thing?
18. 18.
18.
Yeah.
18. Yeah. It was
yeah.
the year after. It was a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
So what went wrong? Tell
But
us.
we still don't know what went wrong. The mixer
The
died.
technical part,
Yeah.
or just the tweaker core being a
I
climax.
actually wasn't talking about the
Shit.
technical part.
Now, honestly,
Bro, that was the best thing that happened.
that's what a lot of comments said. Finally, they
Finally,
cut them.
They cut them.
No, like honestly, we were coming off like this super Jägermeister was being a big hit. We premiered Tweeka Core at DEF CON back to back Darren Styles,
Which was great.
Fucking
Yeah.
slammed out the UV. It was-
Insane.
and of course, Q-Dan saw this, right? This is a thing. This is a party moment. And so the next year, DEF CON comes around again. We go back to back with Darren on the Reds.
I remember
Doing
that,
Happy
yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It worked great.
Yeah.
It worked fucking great.
In summer.
But then in summer, in a summer setting with like, outdoor vibes. And then we get this call like, do you guys want to do Tweeka Core at Climax? And like, I think we were riding this high horse like, DEF CON was fucking great and we're doing great with everything. It would be like, would you be able to say no? No. Like, we're not doing it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So we were coming, like I was on vacation. I remember when I was on a sunbed, like it was a week before something, and then we get this. Hey, do you want to do Tweeka Core? They want something. They wanted something as a
Different.
complete
Something new,
180
yeah.
between all the hardstyle.
Yeah.
Right? So we say yes, and then we go in with it with the same mindset as we do as the TWEEKAZ set. We start making all this new music. Like we had 5 or 6 new songs that nobody knew, but also the kicks were not hardstyle, right? They were kick and bass.
Just kick bass, yeah.
Yeah. And like we go on that stage and we start playing, and in my mind, I'm thinking, why are they not reacting like they would with the TWEEKAZ song? Because but obviously hardstyle people, they were not used to that whole.
Was it 170 as well?
Yeah,
I think?
170.
165 to 170. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just too fast for them for that
and,
kick bass
and also
part.
like
yeah.
we were having all these new originals that they didn't know. As soon as
Yeah.
we played like an edit of Come On, we had a 170 edit of Come On. They were going left and right, and like they were
Yeah.
totally into it.
Yeah.
But like we were just like hammering all this new music. They were not getting it.
On
It was-
stages like that big and sometimes too much new music can actually be
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Oh, it's not
can
great.
ruin
Well,
the vibe,
absolutely.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just way too much. And then this fucking mixer just like all 4 channels were full in the reds. The master out was full in the reds. No sound. We have masks on, so you don't really see our facial expression. But I'm like, there is no sound coming out of this thing anymore. But it felt like 2 hours, but it was probably 30 seconds before someone dumped a new mixer on top and just swapped all the cables.
Yeah.
And then the sound was back on. It took about a minute, but it just ruined
And
it
did
for
this
me.
did the set start from the same? It was.
Yeah, so we had like this like semi pre-recorded thing, so we kind of had to just jump in ish where we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we finished our set, but it just
But the vibe was gone.
it ruined the
Yeah,
moment.
the
moment
vibe
for
was
me.
gone,
Like,
yeah.
I had no confidence left. I just played through it. Then I get off stage, and then Kamal, which is now the tour manager for Sub-Zero, but he was like stage managing, and he goes to me like, "Bro, I've been with Climax for 10 years. No one's ever cut the sound like you guys did." Yeah, I'm like, I know he didn't mean it in a bad way, right? But like, that just another fucking stab in the side, right? Then I whip up my phone, I start looking at comments, and I was like, worst set of Climax. This is fucking garbage. And then I see my girlfriend, I break down. Like, this is like 3 months of hammering in the studio.
We're
like,
tired. We have not
I'm
slept
believing in
at
this
all.
so, like, I wanted it to work. I really wanted it to work, but it wasn't the TWEEKAZ. It
No.
wasn't going to work.
No.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that. Like, I was in the backstage just bawling my eyes out. Like, I was destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because we played a hard bass, and like I've always felt like quite comfortable mixing. I think hardstyle's pretty easy to mix anyway. But when we were up there playing, that felt like because like hard bass was we were really mixing.
Yeah.
And that was what was in my head. I was like, I cannot be the one that stops music in the Gilbert. Like I can't. So I was going back. I can remember sitting there. If you watch the videos, and I'm going, 1, 2.
yeah.
Because that's how much I was really like
the pressure.
I'm not being that guy.
Yeah.
Like I just thought about it and I was like, I can't be
Yeah,
that
so
guy.
imagine I would have taken accountability if it was us
Yeah,
cutting the
If
music.
you hit
but-
the cue button or whatever, you fuck it up.
Yeah.
Your fault.
You could
But,
live
like,
with
You
that,
can make something out of that as well,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
But like we
slide.
were already playing something that wasn't accepted in Holland at the time,
So it made it
this-
worse.
And then this whole thing with the mixer dying just fueled the fire.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, when we have the masks on, because then you're trapped in your own panic because there's nobody to communicate with. We can't really hear a lot because of the mask. We cannot see anything because of the mask. We don't know what's happening. There's no one on stage to communicate what's going on either, and we're just standing there looking like idiots. Like you know,
Of course
like,
they're going to
like
blame
Daft
the
Punk from
artist,
Temu,
right?
You know,
Yeah,
it's just
they're going to blame the artist when there's
Yeah.
no music anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sheer panic moment.
Was that the lowest point in your career, you think, for you personally?
I'm still happy we did it.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, the way you felt.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've never been that sad after a performance ever in my life.
I think the toilet brush is my lowest of my career.
Did you ever bring it back, or was it like one of
toilet
those
brush?
things?
Like,
Or was it one of those things?
You
that
still
come-
play it, right?
Yeah,
We do.
sometimes.
We
but
do.
it's-
But now we know the markets.
Yeah,
now
of
we know
course.
where it works. Australia, it works. UK, it works. America, it works. And those are basically the key places where we do it. Japan, it also works.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to push it into a market
No.
where
No.
it's not
No.
a thing, right?
Because we did a bus tour in Germany where we also had TWEEKAZ, and we just noticed that they're not ready for that. They didn't grow up with it, so they're not gonna feel the same way that we do.
I
for
feel
Happy
like as
Heart.
well that BPM's so awkward
Yeah,
because it's like not fast enough to be like hardcore, and then it's obviously not.
and
slow
it's
enough
also
to
not
be-
aggressive enough because I feel like when they have that fast hardstyle fans and up tempo fans, they needed to be aggressive in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like
yeah,
not
yeah.
super happy. It's-
Although "Don't Sleep" by Slaughterhouse was 170.
I think so.
170.
Isn't it slower?
But
Slower,
everything's
isn't it?
getting slower these
Yeah.
days.
yeah, now yeah,
No, but
That was probably the first #1 from that BPM
Mm.
in a long time.
yeah.
Yeah,
But if
sure.
you look at like Darren Styles, right? He's like 30 years legend, right? Of in the hard dance, happy hardcore industry. But even him, as he saw like hardstyle was really coming in, he also started taking more implementing sounds from hardstyle, and now he's also taking a bit of hard techno, and he also slowed down the BPM a bit because you could tell that super bouncy kick
Yeah.
and bass stuff
Yeah.
was not working right for the
Yeah.
modern market. And now he's doing all this stuff with TNT just popping off, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
basically a trio now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think like even when Cepha first came, for me, I said to him, I was like, I feel like this is the new version of what we would class as UK hardcore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because I was telling
Yeah.
like my girlfriend about this as well. Like, it's so ironic that TWEEKAZ, which is just 20 BPMs
Yeah.
slower and has a kick and bass, is basically this similar to what Cepha is doing, but he has like a more aggressive kick and bass,
Yeah.
and it just fucking pops off here.
But that's why BPM makes a big difference in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It does.
Yeah.
Like it really does. Like, I think that's what I mean. Like, it's almost like, especially the Dutch market, like they're accustomed to a certain BPM, and that
yeah.
can really change. You know,
It's
what I mean?
crazy how like small change, like how far away something is from being like really well received. If you know what I mean, like what you're saying is 20 BPM and the kick slightly harder.
Yeah.
And instantly people are like, "Oh, that's not anything like TWEEKAZ."
That's- yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But it is in a way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but a producer will say this is the same, but you know the fans will just they see it completely different eyes than
Yeah.
what we do anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of like dialed back the TWEEKAZ. It was more like a passion project, you know, because we were
Still is.
Yeah, it's still a passion project. We have like new masks and stuff that we invested in, so you can like do all these cool visuals things on the masks. It's easier to see through now. Our our mouths are not covered anymore. Like on the mask, you can
Yeah.
put headphones. So it's easier to perform, but it's less request for it. Like we'll do it if we're doing like a special hosting night or something.
Yeah, we can do it as a doubler, so you
Yeah.
can book the
Yeah.
tweakers and then
Yeah.
then TWEEKAZ, not just TWEEKAZ.
Yeah.
Nah,
That-
that'd be weird.
It's not gonna work.
So, but it's fun once in a while when we're like really tired of making hardstyle. We'll jump on a happy hardcore track, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
We still love it though.
yeah, it's
Like,
still fun.
yeah, I guess you guys also still love
Yeah,
Happy
still
Heart,
love it,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's still.
Yeah.
I still think that the melodies and the vibe have a future. But I think you can already kind of hear it coming back a little bit.
Maybe
Maybe.
with the Machina stuff as well. They want the
That's what I'm saying.
170. Yeah. Yeah.
Summer Dream of Love. It's
Yeah.
one of my favourites, bro.
There you go.
Yeah. So what's the future then? Tell us. Where's it going? TWEEKAZ, full on.
Full force Tweeka Core now. We're done with Tweekas.
I think, at least I can't speak for Marcus, but like I'm at this point now where I just want to make music that makes me happy, and I love touring. I don't like we tried all these, like we tried to jump on the concepts, like we had like Zero Ducks Given, which was this big visual show and customized ducks, and I don't think we are like in the position where it works as well as, you know, like when you guys are doing Overdose or Sub-Zero has their new Our World thing. Like I don't believe it. That's a thing for TWEEKAZ. Like when people come to a TWEEKAZ show, they're not expecting 50 kick edits and this grand visual experience. Like we are just like the party guys, right?
They just want full energy. And once it becomes too professional, the energy kind of dies down a little
I know what
bit.
you mean.
Yeah, you know,
When it feels
because
too corporate.
because then we don't have time for to goof around, or there's
Yeah.
nothing. And
like-
if it's a planned goofing around, it's not goofing
The
around.
more you make us scripted, the less
Yeah,
genuine the
course.
performance
yeah,
looks.
yeah.
Yeah, you can feel it as well.
Yeah,
So-
it's
Yeah.
like
Like
because
that.
like, you know, Swagger like, yeah, we need the track list by 2 weeks before the show, and then they're gonna sync it up with all the visuals and stuff.
We're holding off as long as we fucking can
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we don't want to do
But then
that.
like
We're the
then that
exact same.
whole
Yeah.
impulsive, like 3 days before, fuck it, why don't we make an edit of this or
Yeah.
do this and that?
Yeah.
Then it
Story
takes
of our
away.
lives, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and that doesn't seem to work for us. Like
Scatman was made the night before DEF CON.
Yeah.
Like literally, we're sitting in the studio finalizing the set, and I was like, hey, Scatman. And we're
Yeah.
like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, that for that set, that was like the biggest thing that
I
year.
believe like when you're in it,
Yeah.
that's when these things come to you.
Yes.
You-
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
like what we usually say, like no one's in fucking like November going, oh, DEF CON edit. I'm going to make an edit for DEF CON.
No, it
You know what I mean?
happens
But
like
when you're
3,
in
4
it,
days,
like
yeah.
it's like a couple of weeks before, week before, week
Yeah.
of even.
Yeah.
You're like you've got you're in the vibe. You're ready to go. You've got, like you know it's coming.
And you've already
Then-
done something that makes you remind you of this one, and
This
that
one,
reminds you of
yeah.
this one, and then, oh my God, this is going to be the
Yeah.
best idea.
And then you're given a gift from God. Here you go.
Yes.
Here's an idea for you, boy.
I think that's what sometimes like the show elements and the people that are really like into that stuff when we go to festivals don't realize as well, is like creativity is not something that you can plan.
No,
you can't
no,
say
no,
like,
no,
okay,
no.
well, if I spend 2 weeks doing this, it's going to equal this.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
really impressed
sometimes
by there's some artists that just is like, I'm going to the studio from 9 till 4. That's my creative space. And then they don't care if they're like in the vibe, in the groove. I cannot leave at 4 if I'm like
yeah.
creatively outputting
So
something.
it might not be
I
the
do.
same
Yeah.
tomorrow.
But some people are just like, yeah, 4 o'clock, that's it. I'll pick this up tomorrow.
It's the
you
yin
know?
to your yang.
Yeah. No, but that's why we work really well, because I leave when my ears are tired. That's it. Because I will be there from the morning on, and I will do with fresh ears, and, you know, really easy to find which frequencies are, you know, all the bullshit and all the mix downs and levelings. But like sometimes when we do all these, you know, runner up to all the massive shows at 10 in the evening, I'm like, yeah,
Everything sounds the same.
Yeah,
I am-
Yeah, because I look at him because he's like he's way more the engineer, right, than I am. I'm the more the creative arrangement things. At 10 o'clock, he's useless. Like he can't hear.
I'm sitting there,
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go.
There's no point.
There's no
no
point.
point of him being there.
Yeah,
like
'cause
that's
I'm-
late.
Do you produce loud or not?
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
You,
don't.
you can't mix loud either.
No, you cannot mix
No,
that. You
you
need
mix
to
quiet.
have low levels for you.
We
to
used
be,
to, you know that we used to do it the opposite way around. We
Like-
thought that the louder it was, the more
You-
we could.
you
Oh, we
could
can hear this now.
The thing is,
The bass
it's-
sounds way better when we
it
crank
sounds
it up.
great loud.
Yeah.
but that's not the way.
If you
it's
can
meant
make
to
it
be.
sound great low volume, then it's going to
Yes,
sound phenomenal.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That was the
well,
same thing with everybody saying, if it sounds good in your car, it sounds good anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Well, like that way anymore. Now it's on the phone.
Yeah.
It sounds good on the phone. It sounds good. But it's always been like the thing with like when he is doing these details at 10 in the evening, I just know myself that I can sit here and look at that, or I can go home and be rested for tomorrow morning
Fresh.
and be fresh, and we can start earlier and get more shit done versus me sitting here 2 more hours and then I will come later. And then you know, it's not gonna work out.
Because like we figured this out years ago that I am good at certain things. He is good at certain things. So we don't get in each other's way. He's a morning person, perfect. I'm a night person, so I work in the night. He works in the
Yeah,
day.
you literally work in the night sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Like the actual night, like
Yeah, yeah,
3 in
no,
the
like,
morning.
I was
Yeah.
getting like missed calls from you at like 4 in the morning.
There you
and
go.
shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, bro,
Because I'm
Yeah.
probably
That's maybe
like,
a bit too far, I would
Yeah.
say.
no, no,
to
but
sleep, bro.
honestly, like our studio is a bit similar like yours. It's dim lit, or I put some blue like.
It's
LED
like a
lights.
Vegas casino.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we got
Oxygen.
airco
Pumping
running.
the oxygen in, like, wow, let's
I don't
go.
even look at the time, man. Like I'm there to make music until I can't anymore. You know.
Mm.
So if that's 6 in the morning, cool. I don't leave before the arrangement is done.
Do you still get like a full night's sleep though? So when you return,
No. I'll go to bed at like 10 a.m. all fucking jacked up on
Yeah.
Red Bulls and like my head is spinning with all these ideas.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably get like 4 or 5 hours sleep and then I'll go back at it. But I only do this for like short periods.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
going to say, because you're
You can't-
taking
it's not
years off your
sustainable.
life.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can do this easily for like 3-4 days at a time, and then I'll tell Marcus like, look, I can't come tomorrow. I need 1 day of just.
But then we've already have enough tracks for me to do the finishing,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
clean up all of the shit.
Yeah.
If it
And then
works,
just
it works.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
That's
There's,
so
no,
well.
there's no right or wrong, right, when it
No.
comes to shit. That's what I'm saying about like
Yeah.
the show things. Like if you're doing visuals and show elements, it is literally like do this and it will equal this.
Yes.
Whereas music, well, at least for us, it's not like that for us.
No.
I wish it was. We've tried for 10 years now to figure this this structurally but
we are just as
Random,
random.
it
It's
is
really
really
random. It doesn't.
But random works better because then that's spontaneous and people love
Yeah.
spontaneity. Like
Yeah.
they go
and we've
crazy
made loads
for
of
it.
tracks like that where we've said, okay,
Regimented
like we're
and-
going to make this song for this, and then we play it and we're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meh.
yeah,
It's full on
If
meh.
it's too planned, then
Yeah.
yeah.
For some people, it seems to really work. You know, have like a really structured.
Yeah.
You know,
Some
just
some people
plan.
like you do watch them and you're like, fuck, but they just can do it in their own way and it's super like structured and regimented and it works for them.
Yeah.
But for us, it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're a management's nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both acts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
Yeah.
you let Swag get any input at all. Like Johnny tries like once every 6 months. It's like I would change this and that. Shut up, John. It's not your song. It's our song. We believe in this. Like you did the management thing. You're not a producer.
I think
you know?
we have gotten feedback from both labels and management so many times over the years, and we've just said thanks.
Yeah.
We're not
But
gonna
not-
change
we're
it.
not
We actually
gonna
had
change
one
it.
big one and it was before we played Numb at Climax and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, because we made 2 songs for Climax that year. One was Vendetta and one was Numb. And they were like, Vendetta's amazing, guys. Unbelievable because it's really safe hardstyle. Numb, on the other hand, they were like, oh.
Yeah,
And I was
but
like, yeah, we're going to
safe.
open with it. And they were like, please, please reconsider this. And we're like, nah, we're opening with it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you believed in it. That's
Yeah.
why it also worked.
Yeah.
Do you believe in our collab or not? You don't like it, right?
No, I really like it, but as I told you before,
It's specific.
this is very specific. And as of now, as we mentioned earlier, the Strikers collab is doing so well.
Yeah.
And I feel
they're
like
similar.
that would have overshadowed if we would play both right now and focus on both. It's not going to work. I think this collab is going to work really well as like after the Strikers collab is
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and then we can focus on the new one, because at the same time they're not going to work because they're not surprising or shocking enough for
We have like a similar song with the Saints as well that I was telling you. It's basically kind of like the same structure, same sound and like vibe. So yeah.
As our collab or as the
And
Strikers
for our
collab?
sets,
No,
that's
it's our
already
collab.
like super cheesy for us to
Yeah.
be playing in our sets, the Saints one. So it's like if we play both of them, then it's like
yeah, that's what I mean.
From when we're on stage and I'm scrolling through the songs, and our collab is like 4 minutes or something, right?
I fucking told you. So.
I know you
fucking
told me,
told you,
but
son.
like that's where like the producer mind comes in. Like it took over like what I thought was gonna work on the dance floor versus what makes sense.
You were
while
questioning us about what works on the dance floor. We made a career from only being good on the dance floor.
Yeah, you listen to our music at home and go, ugh.
yeah, but like when I sent we sent you guys the demo, right? And then what you sent back was like this butchered arrangement. I was like, you know, like it's so different than what we were used to, you know.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Keep-
Sometimes
keeps you on your toes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But like I was scrolling through, and I was like, yeah, is this?
I don't have the patience to
I'm
play
having,
this
I
song.
have a really hard time finding the right moment for the song in the set.
Yeah, I
That's
feel you.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
I think that's when you can always tell, right, when you truly like a song, because obviously we're DJs, so you know if we're picking a song. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
sometimes disagree on like songs, or like one person likes it more than another, or whatever. and then I can always tell, like, if Raymond really likes it, because I notice in the whole set he's not tried to pick it, and I'm like, yeah, maybe don't or I don't like it, and I think that's when you can tell, because that's the moment where you should be like, because there's some songs and I'm like so excited for that part of the set, you know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna play this one now, but then there's other songs where you're like.
But this is also the thing, right? With us making so much music, right? So like for Reavers we did what 4, 5 songs.
Yeah, which is very little actually for us.
Yeah, for us that's normal. Like usually do like 6 or 7, but there's always gonna be one that's like a crowd favorite or either our favorite, and it kind of then the other one gets pushed to the side.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that those are bad songs. Yeah, it just means that.
The other ones are better.
Yeah, exactly. That just it also means like if you drop an album with 10 songs, your fans are gonna pick 2 or 3 songs that they like. Yeah. The others gonna become fillers, and that's the problem with making a lot of music. I think. Yeah. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with our collab. It's a slapper. I just don't know how to
where to play it.
It's also not it's not the style of song as well that's easy to market at the moment, because I think it like the elements in it are great, but I don't think it has anything that's like not already
been done.
Like for example, the Straker one, that first part you can market basically the whole song from that, right? And then the rest of the stuff is like an addition to that part.
But like that's also like something we talked about recently. Is like we did a new remix for Steve Aoki and Alan Walker, right? And
Flex.
Sure. We went
just name drop them.
Yeah, we just went on stage with Steve Aoki at EDC Kinetic Field. No big deal. No big deal.
No. Yeah, just another day at the office.
But like, we made the song, and I remember like Martin Forward, they had a tweet once, and he said the only reason why I'm still in business is because every new song that I make, there has to be a little something that I've never done before to keep it interesting for myself, right? So he would always have a small, even if it's just a small transition or a new type of kick or lead sound, whatever. This remix that we did for Steve Aoki and Alan Walker didn't have any of that. It's just, it felt like something that we had already done 10 times before. And then I'm asking Marcus, but does it need to be something groundbreaking?
No, especially that one with that type of vocal and that type of melody and that type of progression in it. It felt like this is the natural way to go. It kind of just made itself in that direction.
Do we need to reinvent the wheel every single time we make a song?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just make a TWEEKAZ song, right?
Yeah.
But also people sometimes want familiarity. They want something they already know.
Sometimes if you do something brand new and completely like you've never done it before, people are like,
That's also the thing.
It really takes a long time for it to catch on.
Yes.
Eventually it might. But sometimes it never does, because like you've done it. Like there's songs that we made in the past that if we'd released them like now, they probably would have done better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we done a lot of stuff.
And probably vice versa too. Like songs that were more fitted for a few years back, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It happens.
It happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah. We're promoting this new collab really great, by the way. People are going to love
it. People are like, I cannot wait to not listen to it.
Maybe this is a good thing. Like we're
giving
down
some
selling it.
heat to the fire.
Yeah.
You know, when we go to release it, we're going to be like, this is the best track ever.
What we should really do is just fucking slow it down and put loads of zag in it. Then everyone will be like, yeah, bro.
But like, that being said, we've played it a few times already. Like we haven't played it every set, but we played it a few times. It went off at Reavers.
It works.
Yeah. It
really
works.
Yeah.
It has all the elements.
It's pretty good when we played it in Norway as well. We quite enjoyed the moment sharing stage. Yeah. You ran from the VIP deck because there was a
I don't know.
Because
I told you we were going to play it though, right?
You told me. You told me. Nah, we're not going to play it, man. It's too long. I don't know where to put it in the set. You tell him we're going to play it.
He told me that he's coming, and I told him I told you not to come, and I was like, this is going to be so confusing.
I'm on the Spider-Man.
Just like that. And I'm on the VIP deck, and I see Marcus going up, and I look at Raymond's like, you motherfucker. You're probably just
I just like Marcus.
Yeah, you were just pranking me, like, oh, I'm not gonna play it. Yeah. And then I'm like, and I see like these missed calls from Marcus, like, God damn it. So I had to like
I shouted, Ken, where are you, Ken?
Motherfuckers. You know?
No, it was a complete like
miscommunication.
Because he told me, it was like, we're going to play the song. I was like, no, I told him we're not going to play it. I was like, I told Marcus to play it.
I looked
to the left, and you're like, you ready? I'm like,
yeah.
Shit. So I started shouting on the mic, Ken, and you made it.
It wasn't that far.
No.
1 minute. You know.
1 minute. Imagine you
the
were like,
song's 4 minutes anyway, so yeah, that's it.
yeah,
We
you're
have
playing
enough
in-
time.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't play it in like the Sports Palace in Rebus. You're like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
That would have sucked.
That would have sucked. Yeah.
Half marathon to get on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we gonna play the song together? You think this summer, like Intense or
You mentioned Intense.
or DefCon or yeah?
Yeah.
We're on the state like on the same days, I think.
Oh, yeah? On,
I think that's when we will actually see like on a proper summer festival.
There's a-
Yeah, like a massive hardstyle minded crowd.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if
it's gonna work or
if
not.
it doesn't work, we'll just scrap
then we can
it.
bid
We'll
it.
just scrap it.
Yeah.
We'll start in
Okay.
one.
Yeah, free release.
Free release. Hell no. Blood, sweat, and tears went into this. I want to make money.
Yeah. You guys don't have like a producer graveyard, like songs that you
I think
wanted
that's
to release, but
probably
then
one of our. I think we get too attached and too committed that we don't do that. Sometimes we charge through it at the end. No, we need to finish this because we started it. But sometimes we probably should just be like, fuck that.
I don't think
Let's
we really
move
have but we don't really have a graveyard. We have songs we just cannot release.
yeah,
Like
that's usually
Yeah,
like
like
at the-
copyright stuff. And,
yeah.
for at the end of last year, I told Marcus like, look, we're sitting on like 10 songs now, remix, edits, blah 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 that we can't release. What if we do like a compilation? We called it From the Vault as a Christmas present. I think we put 10 songs on there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a free release we put on SoundCloud and
Dropbox.
YouTube and yeah, Dropbox link.
Yeah.
And then at least people at home can.
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be
Enjoy,
honest, like
yeah.
when people I've been meeting people at parties recently that are like, bro, where's this song? Like I've never heard it. It's not online. I was like, bro, just message me. I'll send you it. Because they're
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
for songs that like from like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've forgotten about them.
I was
right?
like, if I have
Yeah.
it in Dropbox, I'll just
Yeah.
send you it, bro. And usually they're really happy about it when you do it. So
Yeah.
okay, bro.
It seems like the ones that we did not release is because we made so much music after it,
kinda
then
forgot.
it kind of just forgotten and just.
And then it becomes too late to go, oh, by the way, you know
Yeah.
that song?
Do you remember that song? Yeah.
Because when you showed me like the list of songs, I was like, eh? Like
Yeah.
that one? I didn't even remember we
Forget
made
about
it.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and that's a blessing and a curse when you're like always in this creative flow, just making music all the time.
Yeah, it's always going forward, never like pausing or looking
Yeah.
back. It's like,
Yeah.
right, what's next?
Yeah,
Right.
and that's a big issue with touring as well, because especially the 2019 was like I would say peak year for the TWEEKAZ, and we did so many shows in that year that I don't remember what we did that year, you know,
Yeah.
and that's an issue because you got to stop and take it in. You actually got to appreciate what's happening now. We're standing on main stages all over the world, and I'm like, sure, just another day at the office, and then
Yeah.
on to the next. You got to take it in, man. You got to, same with the songs. You got to appreciate the songs.
Yeah.
Because we just like, yep, next, thank you,
Yeah.
next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I say, that's what I think is happening at the moment in the scene. Maybe a lot of people are realizing that times were really good when they thought it was really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's true.
that's why you've got to appreciate it.
And also like the attention span of people now.
Yeah.
Like
absolute
like
craziness.
you post a small snippet of a new song or a mashup or edit or remix or what do you want to call it on TikTok, it blows up like overnight. They want that thing on Spotify the next day, right?
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we did this, the K-pop Demon Hunters Golden remix.
yeah.
No clue if it was gonna go off. I just had no release plan, nothing. We put a thing on TikTok from Mysteryland. 1 million views in a day. You're like, fuck. You look
you need to get on it. right away.
Order a cover vocal. All right, let's do it.
Dude, like the fucking the video and look, how do we? And we
Yeah.
managed to like get it out in like 2 weeks. I'm happy we did, but like if you look at like big artists that they don't perform any songs, like I'm not talking EDM now. I'm talking like pop artists and stuff. They don't perform songs before it's released.
Yeah, it's,
Right?
it's strange. Dance music is weird setup.
Right?
Yeah.
Why is it that we like
Some bands
are we
do.
too
Bring You
are we
the
too
Horizon normally
eager?
do it.
Are we too eager? Like do we always have to test something on the dance floor before we release it?
Yeah, true.
I think though it's because the music's designed for that. Like
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter's music's for you listening.
But imagine if you would make a whole album 10 tracks from Rebellion. Don't play a single one, just fucking drop it.
I think it wouldn't do that great.
Nah,
You don't think so?
I think, or if it did, it would be like a late bloomer. It would take a while for it to happen.
Like a shadow drop.
Yeah, like we're not Drake, where we go. Hey, by the way, just dropped an album, guys. Like, fucking,
Yeah, because those
here
guys.
you go. Go and listen to it.
Eminem,
Boom, boom, boom.
Eminem did that. He just like all of a sudden overnight,
Yeah,
here's my new
there you go.
album.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Drake does it quite a lot. He's done it a few times.
Like
Oh,
Kanye.
by the way, just dropped an album.
Kanye as well, right?
Yeah.
But
Let's
you
not talk about his last album.
You
though.
mean Yee?
you not think also that like our music is 50% the track and then 50% what
The experience.
the experience of what people remember.
Yeah, because
So,
they
like,
connect it to an event.
exactly.
or-
Nostalgia as well.
Yeah.
I think
That's why I always think that when you look back, it doesn't matter what age you are. When you look back to your best time, that's when the best music is, right? Always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
'cause you're-
because it was your favorite time in your life, or is it
Yeah.
because the music was actually the best then? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think the same thing about our style of music. Like the reason why the premiere is important or the place is because you want people to be having remember that. So like for example, Defcon, they're like, oh, that was the best weekend, and I also liked the TWEEKAZ song that I now have that. Like you said, Come On.
Yeah.
If your memory of Come On is Defcon, you like it a bit more than if it was
Then
like,
if you just listen to it now,
What
for
year
the
was
first
Come On? I
time.
think Come On was maybe the first year I heard it was.
17, I think.
Oh, it was a couple of years after my
Yeah.
first Defcon then. But
But
yeah,
that's why it's important. But we spoke about this, I think, in one of the podcasts. Like, maybe though, that doesn't mean it's where the premiere should be. So, for example, like you just said, you do it for Reverse. Maybe like the smaller shows before Reverse, you should play some of those tracks and be like, actually, this one
Yeah.
should. Maybe the arrangement
we
is too
never do.
long. Or,
Yeah, because we had this
like the collab. Maybe if we
Yeah.
played that at a small show, you would have been like, "Oh wait, 4 minutes is too long." No, but for real, like,
Yeah, but like-
comedians do that, right? Before they
Yeah.
go on tour,
Yes.
they go and play loads
Yeah,
of small
the small
clubs,
one,
yeah.
and then they see, okay,
Test
actually,
out
this is
material.
not that
Yeah.
funny.
Like
It's true.
It seemed like I had this conversation with Jan from Looney Tunes, and he's like, I said we should premiere this this song at X event, right? I don't remember what it was, but he's like, oh yeah, I've been playing it for weeks.
Yeah.
But we can.
We're like, what?
What? Yeah, it's like, yeah, but nobody's gonna know. We can still call it a premiere at
Yeah.
that big show.
Because
like-
as long as you don't announce it, this is
Yeah.
my new
so
song.
that's what
with-
they used to do
Yeah.
back in the days, right? They test it in the clubs before
Yeah.
they got onto
Yeah.
the bigger stages and shit.
And then they
because
had
back
this-
then it wasn't
yeah.
like instantaneous. Some guys like filming.
No, but
Yeah, but
then
you
it's
can-
online the next again day.
You did
so-
have like a few that were like known on YouTube for like just.
They had, and they had
right,
the best camera with
Yeah.
the best microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they've got an actual audio jack in the
Yeah.
mixer and shit, just
Yeah.
downloading your music.
But I mean, I agree. You can play a song. You don't have to announce that it's a new
Yeah.
collab, or that it's not even that it's even your new song. You can just play a song.
'Cause
Yeah.
like nowadays, it's not really like you're gonna go on YouTube and find like festival preview, like
but-
someone.
but- it's like-
even if so, right, like that would be a negative. Say, for example, you
Instead of bad
premiered
thing.
it at a small club, right, and then
Yeah.
someone took a video. You would also be able to see instantly if that was going to work, because if people were like, "Oh my god, this is sick! Like, I want to see that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't do that nowadays.
No.
And maybe that's what puts too much pressure on the big festival, because you're like, I don't really know.
Because you're building up this all experience in your mind as well. Like, oh, it's gonna be so
But then
sick
you
to
get
play it for the
the-
first time.
Back to what we were saying, like we share the same thing as like when you're in the moment of making for that part, is that the reason it becomes special and you do those little things and it's weird.
I think as an artist, you envision certain songs for certain festivals, right?
Yeah.
So you, like you say, you're working, let's say, towards DEF CON, and you know it's going to be live streamed. You know there's going to be thousands of people watching and filming with their phone.
Hopefully, good weather.
Yeah, if it is the first time you play it, and if the timing is right and the track pops off, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna become a big one.
Yeah,
you don't
are
feel
you
though-
gonna feel the same if you already played it like for a month at the
Yeah.
smaller venues?
You don't feel though that nowadays that's not really how it works either. Like sometimes, unless you make a really hypey track, I think all tracks take longer than they used to
Oh, yeah.
gather that.
Yeah.
Like
That's just because it's
momentum.
generally way more music.
Yeah.
Like if you go back like 10, 15 years, like hardstyle artists were dropping one track every 2 months, 3 months, if even.
Yeah.
I remember we were sitting on so much music in like end of 2013, and we're like, what are we gonna do?
TWEEKAZ.
14. And we're like, what if? And that was mind blowing to us back then. What if we release one every month? Fuck it.
And then with a video clip, and then a vlog in between.
Yeah.
How we made the song,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we told the Dirterworks, and they're like, "Fuck yeah." Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, of course they like.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
You're giving us the Tweakers release
Yeah.
every month.
Yeah, and then at some point that just became the norm.
Yeah.
That people are just dropping a track every fucking month.
Except for Frontliner, who did the summer Frontliner one every week.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
but we're like, Barry,
I
chill,
see your
that's too
1
much.
month for release.
I'll raise you once a week. Yeah, but like, again with him, like that, it was too much in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Was that TBA too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but so
Female Space and
looking
stuff.
back at it, great songs.
Really good.
We're looking with nostalgic glasses again.
Yeah.
But like while it was happening, I could not keep
track.
up. I
Yeah,
couldn't
there
keep
was a
up with
lot.
all the songs.
I thought it was so fucking cool that he kept the name TBA too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
such
just
a.
put like a parenthesis the name that he called.
But I
it.
don't know if you used to watch his live streams. He'd do like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I used to watch him, and he would do that. He would go through like all these TBAs.
And everyone kept that.
But to be honest, that one was obviously insane. But there was
Yeah.
lots of other ones. That He
Yeah.
was like, meh. And you'd be watching it like, bro.
But yeah,
That's
that's like
insane.
Loved
that
it.
2012
Loved it.
to 14 frontliner stuff.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
With the Cubase anthem, Defcon
Yeah.
anthem.
Sometimes I was wondering what was going on in his brain when he was making all this. 'cause
Melody Man.
He
so
was
good.
phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
I even really appreciate his really old stuff, the darker stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of some of my favorite hardstyle records of all
The
time.
stuff he did with B-Front as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your
Really good.
favorite hardstyle artist?
Right now or
Like, ever.
overall?
Ever?
Ever.
I'm a big fan of like the old Zatox,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
old Italian
Production was
stuff.
phenomenal for back
Yeah.
then. I
Yeah.
remember listening going, how is he getting it sounding like that?
And it was so energetic without being faster than the others. It was just so bouncy. Like everything was just like boing, boing. I don't know. Every time I watched Zatox play back in the day, I was like, this is fucking great. Obviously, noise controllers, peak noise
Yeah, I wanted
controllers
to
was
say,
also.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's my
yeah.
favorite. Ever.
But like that was
Yeah.
like I remember Marcus came to the like my home studio and he was like, yeah, there's these new guys. They're called noise controllers. They made a edit or a remix of Gremlins.
Gremlins,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
creatures. I love that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, and the sound design already back then was like so fucking
It was
cool.
that one especially for back then was
Yeah.
so cool, man.
That really pulled me in, and I think the artists that I've spent the most time listening to and analyzing that would be
It's
noise
noise
controllers.
controllers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, I remember the first time I heard Aliens.
yeah.
Yeah,
Noise
with the
controllers
melody,
with
it
that
was
melody when that came in. I'm like,
fucking cool.
holy crap,
Yeah.
what is
So
going
unique,
on? Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
such a like it just broke the rest of the song.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the song is just very monotone, and then all of a sudden you get this super cheery, powerful melody. I'm like, wow, what's going on? And I can already see the alien shape. I loved it.
What's
Yeah,
the
it was
best
cool.
melody then ever?
He asked me this on episode one time when we just done an episode as well, and it's
Okay,
so
give
hard.
me three. Give me three.
Okay, no. Give me yours first, and what we think.
Oh, we change. I can't
You
remember
can
what I
say-
said the
my
last
one-
time.
my
You
one
cannot
thing
ask a question without having it.
Down
remember.
by noise controllers. There you go.
I think I said
Yeah,
Frontline or
maybe.
Halos.
Halos.
Yeah.
I really like Symbols.
Symbols is phenomenal.
Yeah,
as well.
because it's so.
That,
Yeah.
that's a complex one, but it's so fucking
Yeah.
good.
I think Symbols is one of my favorites actually.
Yeah, you're going with the same.
I do like some of the more modern melodies as well. Like, are we talking like my favorite or just like the biggest
No,
melody?
No, your favorite.
Your favorite.
Yeah, because there was like the one from
Can't be that good, bro.
Yeah. That one.
that one
yeah.
it all becomes just like a blur. It was a Ghost Stories one from D Block and Stefan that I was just singing for and like humming for weeks afterwards. But yeah,
It's hard as well, like to create something that new nowadays, right? With melodies and stuff like that.
To be able to get a
'Cause
full
which one is that?
stadium.
Twilight Zone.
That one was
That one,
stuck
yeah.
in my head for weeks.
Yeah.
They, they are phenomenal at melodies.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get.
I
that
wouldn't know if
feeling
it's the
again.
biggest melody of all time, but like,
Yeah, it's up there. It's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah, I think objectively maybe like Scrap Attack or something like that, right?
oh, yeah.
There's a difference in like writing good melodies or writing melodies that can get stadiums of people to sing.
Mm-hmm.
There's like because there's like for example, I'm not sure of like I used Halos as my example, right? But I don't think that's getting the same like as the Darkest Hour or something.
No,
That's
no,
a skill in its own
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Of
But
course
again,
it
we
is.
will listen to it differently than others will. Like also the first time I heard World of Madness.
Oh my god,
Like,
that was a plague.
Yeah, when that I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
this cannot get out of my brain ever. This is forever going to be. You walk home from the festival, you walk home and you walk home like this because you're still bouncing in triplet. Great melody.
Yeah,
you know?
really good. I think it's actually got better with age.
Yeah,
Because I think
so too.
back then it was overshadowed by the solo anthems they'd done. But see, when I hear it now, I'm like, fucking hell, bro. I think it might be, like, I might enjoy it more nowadays than hearing Scrap Attack or something.
Yeah.
Like at DEF CON, I think World of Madness does it, bro.
For sure.
But it makes you smile immediately once you hear it. Immediately.
Yeah. It's like a fine wine. It got better with age.
for sure.
Solar was also pretty.
Solar was really good.
When you seen the moment with the sparklers and the cranes and stuff that year, that was fucking
Is that
sick.
the saxophone one?
Yeah.
What's the best? The TWEEKAZ melody. That should be a bit easier for you, doing it. You must have one that you think.
Yeah, I think "Come On" was definitely the one we were talking about earlier. That one's like if you pull down the fader, everyone knows.
But you personally, the one that you've been like, right, this is sick. That this is our track.
I think Come On is there because it's easy, it's catchy, it works fast, it works slow.
Also, I think the melody we did for our remix for Alan Walker, "On My Way," that one fucking rips. And anywhere we play it, not that we play it anymore.
No,
because we have too much new music and it just becomes a thing in the shadow. But yeah,
do you know my favorite TWEEKAZ song? I've told you before, and you were like, "Fuck off."
it's a really old one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a remix actually.
Is it?
Music is my alibi.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. But actually, that one, when peak that track, man, it went off.
Yeah.
Every Belgian show we did, they were fucking going off everywhere when we played that track.
Yeah,
I used to fucking love Break the Spell.
Yeah. It was also
That's still
one is
fucking.
really
I
good.
bet
So you
that's
guys
still
like the
re-
more complex,
But that's really
early-
complex, yeah, because
it's
RP leads.
TWEEKAZ, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Belgians, they embraced that. The rest of the world was like, ooh, I'm
That's
not
a
sure.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I also liked the one. What was it like? With the bad habit for drugs.
Yeah.
It's
What was
called
it
Bad
called
Habit,
again?
yeah.
Bad
Bad
habit.
Habit,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's literally sung the title.
That was just
Yeah.
like a vocal that we found online. It was actually based
from an Australian.
like skit show.
Skit
like,
show, yeah.
Yeah, so it's apparently it's this one actor that just plays so many of the characters
Yeah, I've seen
from
it,
a
yeah.
high school. And then there's this girl in the school that dies from drugs. So it's like a drug.
That's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, no, but it's like So
I can make something
They
with
have
that.
like this drug awareness thing in the
You
school.
were inspired when you heard that story.
Yeah, and this we learned about. I never watched the show.
Yeah,
But like I watched bits of it with that song.
Mr. G. or
Mr.
something.
G
Yeah,
is like
Mr. G.
performing this ecstasy.
You watch the original? It's great.
Yeah. Like we found that afterwards, but it's like they're performing to the school as like drug awareness.
It's crazy.
Love it.
Yeah. So at the time when we did that, everyone in Australia like
Loved it,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
loved it. But we had no intention of.
Hardstyle's so
Yeah.
weird when you think about it, right? Because you get inspired by things I don't think that any other genre would be like.
Yeah.
As soon as
No.
we see something about drugs, we're like,
Yes, let's use that.
this is gonna work.
But like
Okay,
we have a because that was also with Inface, the Bad Habit. We also made another one with Inface called Don't Stop,
Yeah, I remember that one.
and that is S Club 7.
Yeah.
That is like full on S Club 7. And so when we performed that at Reverse, we started with the original part. It's super slow. Don't stop moving. And I'm like, there's like 15,000 people dancing to S Club 7. I'm
You're
like,
like, I've made it.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
try to think. There's not really much else. I hate everything else that you made.
Perfect.
Nah, I'm kidding. That.
No, but the thing is that we have made so many songs over the years, and
Yeah, it's
they
crazy,
they,
right?
they come and go, and they
You
know.
think you've wrote the same melody twice? Definitely, right?
Like there's been many times I'm like on my way home from the studio, I'm like, damn it, this is too similar to.
whatever. Yeah.
I don't think we've written the same TWEEKAZ melody twice, but we've definitely written something that is way too close.
It's a
to
horrible
another.
feeling, right? When you're like, we've heard
This
this
is
before.
incredible.
Like,
Yeah.
where have we heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually, but that's the thing. Like, we need to figure it out before we actually make the rest of the song.
Yeah, because you don't want to go too far.
No, and I usually show it to my missus, and she's really good at saying like, "This sounds like something else." I'm like, "Yeah, what is it?" I don't know what. You can't use this. This is something else.
Yeah. Usually when someone says that, they're right.
Yes.
'Cause it's like instant connection.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're being shown something that you've never heard, and you can pinpoint somewhere in your brain
Yeah.
that you've heard it before.
One time we were in the studio years ago, and you came in, you said, "I've got this idea. It's unbelievable," and I was like, "What is it?" And you went, stop what you're doing and show me your bass face. And I was like,
We just got back from Capital where he premiered it for the first time.
I was like, it sounds familiar, but if that's not been done, that's incredible.
Yeah.
At the time, and then we were like a day later, we saw videos everywhere. It was the biggest song.
we just got, but the thing was, we went to Capital as visitors, obviously, and we got mashed up. So obviously, somewhere in there, I forgot about seeing that. And I was I still had a job at that point. I was at my work, and I was like, bass face, show me. And that's sick, bro. And I thought I had it as my
$1 million idea.
Million.
Gone, like.
I remember we were working on the Intense anthem with Warface, right? And we were taking there was this arcade gaming inspired year theme, and we took some inspiration from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You know, the test your might, dun 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 dun. So we had a part like that in the beginning, in the song that went dun 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 dun, and then I showed it to the missus. She's like, "But this is the ruler track."
Yes.
Yeah. And I listened to that, and I was like, God damn it, you know.
Almost 1 for 1.
Yeah, and that's why I told we got into the studio next day, we can't do this. This is Ruler's biggest hit right now. And we're like, what if we just remove some notes? And then it goes dun da da dun 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 da da. And all of a sudden I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fine.
Yeah, that is fine. You know?
The thing is, if it's too close to something, you can always change it a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Just
If you really
inspired
like
by
it.
Yeah.
It's just inspired by it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think it's a lot tougher now because so much has been done, right?
Yeah.
Like melody-wise, kick-wise.
That's why all the mainstream dance music is just revamped to
90s.
songs.
Yeah. But hey, that's been done always. I remember growing up and
80s.
showing my mom a song. She's like, this is a 70s song.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not. It's original.
A lot of those Scooter vocals were.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Scooter.
Everything
Sample
Scooter is
from,
like
the
Scooter.
60s.
If you pitch it up, it doesn't count. No. I love it though.
Even if you don't try to make something that's already been done, you are
Influenced.
subconsciously soaking up
Course.
Yeah.
influences from all the songs that you've heard and then just mashing the best bits into something new, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think it all comes from the intention. Like when people get too hung up on oh, this sounds like this, but it's like, well, what is their intention? If someone is literally saying, I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it, then for me that's totally different. But if someone's just inspired by and ends up close to something, then people have that moment with the delete thing, right? Like obviously techno's sounds like delete and stuff like that, and a lot of people are getting really angry about it. But I'm like, unless they're actually taking something, I like it because his music should live on.
Yeah.
So why?
Oh, I agree.
Why is there a problem with that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, for sure.
it's totally different.
Yeah.
But
Kind of honoring his legacy.
exactly.
As you should.
Yeah, but that was more a thing back in the day, right? Like nowadays, people couldn't give a shit if you've stole someone's.
You would be
kick or something.
hung, drawn, and quartered if you even sounded similar to another artist back in the day. But nowadays, it's like, yeah, cool, man, I like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
But
I
now,
like that.
But now 10 people will sound like the same anyway.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's
but
hard. Yeah.
I think still if you blatantly copied someone's song
On purpose.
on purpose
Yeah.
and it's very visible, audible,
Yeah,
then you'll get called out, right? But if you're taking inspiration, changing it up a bit, it seems like nobody gives about shit about kicks anymore.
No, that's true.
Either but it also it's not like if we're gonna talk, for example, about the noise controllers kick, right? The Control-Alt-Delete one. It took ages for people to figure that one out. A clunk kick, go on YouTube and 30 minutes later, or you download a sample back and.
That's one thing that I actually dislike these days is if someone does something super unique, there's a tutorial on Monday on how to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
And
played
then-
it for the first time on Saturday, and then by Monday, everyone knows how to make it.
Yeah, and 2
Like,
weeks,
bro.
2 weeks later, there's 5 new tracks.
Exactly, with
that
it, yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's what I meant about walking around at Intense. So I will figure out what's popping during Intense. Intense will show me what's the new trends. Usually, how that goes.
then on Monday morning we get in.
We copy it.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Got a little notepad at intention.
Whole DEFCON set, just fucking copy.
That's also at Intense is when I see what is the year's clothing brand. Like, what's the hype?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's wearing the 1 year was just everyone wearing fake Palm Angels
I remember
t-shirts.
the bear,
Yeah,
The bear one.
the spray paint one was
or
a
his
big-
Balmain, or it's so easy to see Hall and what's trending at the moment. It's just bang, you see it at Intense.
Still not Mastermind, though, right?
No, there never will be, never will be.
Mr. Mastermind. Well, Thanks, guys. That's been, I think, 2.5 hours, believe it or not.
Wow.
We've been talking
Yeah.
shit.
It's been fun.
Time flies when you're talking about
And
alcohol.
we actually
Less-
didn't trash talk anyone.
No,
I
less
think,
bashing than I
Do you,
anticipated.
want, do you want to quickly bash someone before you go?
I don't know.
I've bashed so many people over the years now, so I don't think I need to.
It's
I hope your
fun.
girlfriend's not watching. Your wife, right?
It is.
Your wife, right?
In 3 months.
In 3 months.
In 3 months, we're getting married. Yes.
I really wanted to bash someone very recently at an event.
Here we go.
Okay, it's like
Let's go.
okay. One last thing.
And let a high note.
I'll restart.
One last thing. Okay, one last thing. We've been around for 18 years. We've met so many artists, come and goes, fans, blah blah blah. If you've wronged me somewhere in the start of our career, and you're nice to me now, that's fine. I won't yell at you or correct you about it, call you out about it, but I will never forget it. Right?
Of course.
So if sometimes I run into recently I ran into an artist that I have not seen for 15 years, and that artist requested a song, and that was this back in the days where, oh no, bro, I don't want the song to be leaked before the release, blah blah blah, right? We sent that artist a song, and he was the only person. Oh shit, I always said he. Yeah, well, anyway. So this person already got the song. A week later, it was all over the forums, and people could just download it. So it felt like the release was ruined.
Yeah.
And the guy denied it. He was the only one that we sent it to. There's no other. I started almost pointing at my friends, like, you sent this one or you uploaded this on on a forum. And I met him. I saw him very recent. I was I had a few drinks in me, and I was like, you know what? I see that you're still playing shows, but you are nowhere near where we are. There's gonna benefit me nothing to call this out. Nothing at all. I wanted to. I really wanted to. Give you 5 more Jaeger shots, and I'll be like, you fucker. You leaked our song 15 years ago,
Should we play hot or cold?
Huh?
Right? We'll guess, and then you tell us.
I don't
what we're
think you
at.
will.
No,
ever
no,
guess.
you won't get that
There's
one.
no way.
It
you'll
must have
know
been someone local if it was 15 years ago. So it's a
Yeah.
Scandinavian artist.
Oh wow.
I'm getting.
Ah,
hot,
no,
right?
not Scandinavian.
Not
not
Scandinavian. No, it's not Scandinavian. But
No.
he had a very short career, that guy, but he's just living off of his local residency things, and it's totally fine. But maybe he didn't even leak it. But I just.
But he's getting it anyway.
Yeah.
That's already the karma, right? If that's how you're kind of operating early in your career, sending things you shouldn't be, then that's just karma.
There's
bro.
been so many instances over our career in general. People really did not believe in our sound. They did not believe in us, and they treated us like fucking shit in the beginning. We were being nice because we were, trying to network. And then they will just be like, yeah, shake hands and look away. They will just look away while shaking hands and not giving us anything. And then as soon as we got a little bit popular,
Then they're your friends.
hey, bro,
Yeah.
bro.
And I had this conversation with Sick Mode as well. He's like, we were somewhere at a club, and he's like, 3 years ago, I came into a backstage, nobody even looked at me. Now everybody wants to be my fucking friend, and I
hate
I'm
those
Yeah,
repulsed
I don't
by
get it. I don't
right?
get it. I don't understand.
We had the same in the beginning.
There
bro.
was a
We were-
story about a voice recording, right? I remember back in the day about someone, and they were bashing you guys, right? And then someone else recorded it in the car. I'm not going to name names.
Oh yeah.
You know the story I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right? And they called you a carnival act or something.
Yeah.
But they were bashing other people.
Yeah.
But someone had.
But someone
That
recorded them.
certain artist,
As-
I'm not sad to go see leave
Yeah.
the scene because, he had
Yeah,
a mouth on him.
I heard he was a mofo.
I'm all full.
No, it is funny though because the act that you're mentioning, we played before him at a show, and we had a packed out venue, and then he jumped on and everybody left, and that was the best feeling. I didn't need to confront him about it because that was
Yeah.
such a good feeling to see.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bro.
But that's the kind of thing. People that have those kind of vibes around them and do the things, it always ends up being like that for them because it's just,
they don't
So
last.
everyone in the comments, you let us know what you think it is.
they're just too
Let's play a
focused on
game.
bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
They're focused on shit.
No,
That
You're
doesn't
just
even
gonna go down the comments. The one person that gets it right,
The one but we don't really need those people in our lives.
No, not at all.
I think it's better just to surround yourself with people that fuel your positivity, make your day, and then basically spark your creativity, your career. There's so many assholes in the world. I don't need to give them any split second. I don't shake hands with people that I don't like.
Yeah.
done. Like I don't say
Just don't talk to people you don't like.
I don't say hi to them because they
But
usually.
if they would come up to you and you would be polite and just
I will be
course.
polite back,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna seek them out.
go out
Nah.
of your
Like,
way to
look,
yeah.
there's no point. I don't like people who always think like, what can I benefit from talking to this person?
I
What
hate
can I?
that,
What,
bro.
When they
yeah,
start
what
talking
can
about like it starts off, the conversation's friendly and nice. How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have this like thing, and
Yeah.
maybe you could
No,
do
thank
that.
you.
And I'm like,
No,
bro,
thank you.
fuck off.
If you're a newcomer in the scene and you want some tips and tricks, great. I will
that's
help
fine.
you. That's different. If you're just like a business person, influencer, whatever, like, hi, what can I get from you? Fuck off.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need it. This is not the conversation I want. I
And
would like.
especially if it's like you see the people a lot and it's the only thing they ever talk about to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
constantly.
Stop that
Like
shit.
just have a normal conversation
Yeah.
and then maybe we can get onto something like that.
Yeah.
But if all you do
Build a
is
friendship first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
get some fucking like
And I'll-
decent like human interaction first.
I'll help my friends out any day.
100%.
Any day. A stranger asking for anything like this, like, unless you're, again, a newcomer, I'll help a newcomer. But that's it. Like, fuck off. I don't have time.
No,
Yeah, like
I'm the same.
yeah, but we've always been like people's people. Like we can't just make a collab or a remix or something just because it's strategic. We
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
like the fucking person.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why we have the
That's why
same.
it took so long to get the collab to happen, right?
Yeah.
we had to build
You
a
low-key
friendship.
hate
That's also
us.
why we only did it online.
Don't let those motherfuckers in.
But like we've been working with the same people for more than 10 years
Yeah.
because it's like a gentleman's agreement kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never signed any contracts with anyone. We work with the people that we like to work with.
Yeah.
And if we don't want to work with you, why would we?
You work with the King of Belgium, right?
The King of Belgium.
Yeah.
I mean, Koen.
Yeah.
Yes, we worked with him many times.
He's the King of Belgium, though, right? We heard.
Is he?
Like the actual king.
I like for music or the actual, just the
Just for
actual
life.
king. Yeah.
Just life.
No, just life. Yeah.
Just like
But again, these, as he said, we don't have contracts. We don't like to
Yeah.
work with
Swag
contracts.
doesn't even. He said Swag sent the contract. We never signed. it.
Yeah, he said, "Hey guys, can you read over this and just and then sign? Go come back to me." Yes. Okay, we can. A year later, did you have a look at
never
the
signed
contract? Yeah, we'll do it tonight. Never sign a contract.
Not
with
our
them.
agency with nothing. We signed this individual songs
yeah.
for the the 10-year period or whatever.
And we have agreements, but not
Yeah.
long-term contracts, basically. So you're happy, we're happy. That's the way business should be done, in my opinion. It's not. It doesn't work for all businesses, and it doesn't work
Yeah.
for everyone. But there's no backstabbing. There's no, you fuck me over, I fuck you over. It's
Like
just
imagine you're working with someone and then you
like it.
don't, and then all of a sudden you are in a disagreement on something,
Yeah.
something really serious, and you still have to legally obligated to work with that person for another 3 years.
Yeah.
You hear stories like that all the time.
I know.
Oh my
All the
god.
And it sucks for both parts because
Yeah,
they don't
both.
want to represent you. You don't want them to represent you. And what's happening? Like,
You see it with football players all the time. They just say, "I'm not playing."
yeah, yeah,
Fuck you, bro.
yeah.
And then no one gets to benefit.
And it's hard. It's hard for
I still like done that recently.
As
Didn't
what?
play because of that. Yeah, I don't think we can talk about it legally
Okay.
here, but yeah, that was why he stopped playing because they made him. They were in
They were
dispute.
forcing shows on him that he
Yeah.
wasn't agreeing to.
yeah,
Kind of, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's
That's
fucked up.
that's what I mean. It's
That's fucked up.
at the end of the day as well. Like you are just another.
All right, I got a
I know,
question
I
for
think-
you. Like, if you, I'm guessing you worked mostly collab with people because you like them, right? Could you like go, for example, that person that you said with the voice clip from the car and stuff? You know he's a fucking asshole. You know he's a dick. But it would really benefit your career to jump in the studio with that person. Would you
Never.
still do it?
Never.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so. We're the same as you. We really just make songs with the same people.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like people that you
Sometimes
like.
we
and-
embrace like the new generation, but it's only because we like it.
But then again,
Or
you
like
embrace-
them as well.
And yeah, and you see they got something cool. There's something
Yeah.
you can get from it, and you don't mind them.
Yeah.
Like if I don't like a person, I don't really. There's no point in.
It takes a lot for me not to like you. I can disagree with you, but
No.
to not like you would take a lot.
I agree. There's a difference between disagreeing
yeah.
and you're a
You're a
You're
cunt.
you're a cunt. Yeah, yeah.
I would rather disagree with someone than actually just the way that they compose themselves and handle themselves.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a
And
dickhead,
Yeah.
bro.
we've talked about this before, but like as long as you're authentic as well, like if you're being a bit of an asshole, but that's who you are.
Yeah.
Like the guy you're talking about, the thing that I think people hated about him is he never to your face. He was a great guy,
No,
right?
yeah, well, he would put on a mask.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if, for example, like if someone didn't like your music, right, behind the scenes, and they respectfully said to you, "Oh yeah, it's not my thing," but well done for.
Oh, that we've heard
for doing your
100
thing.
times, you know.
Yeah, but you would.
Then you can respect that,
Of course.
You know? I don't like. It's like I would even say that to a lot of the current producers. I really like you. I do not like your music.
Which is fair enough.
That doesn't
that's
change
fine.
how I feel about you.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Yeah,
No.
I wish you all the best in
Yeah.
your career, but
that's
I don't
fine.
like your music. That's
That's
I
fine.
don't like
That's what I
people
mean,
who
you-
are assholes who try to pretend that they're not an asshole.
Yeah.
Just be the asshole. Bro.
Be
It's
the
fine.
asshole.
It's
If you want to be an
fine.
asshole, be an asshole.
Just tell me straight up that I
Yeah.
don't think you deserve to play where you're playing right now.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Okay.
You don't deserve a fucking career.
But
bro.
I will respect your opinion more
if you just say it,
than
with your
than
chest,
you
bro,
just
of
hiding
course.
it.
But if I hear you saying it, and then
Yeah.
when I confront you about it and you don't, then we've got it's not nice.
Yeah.
Bitch behavior, bro.
Are you going to give us his name before we end?
Yeah,
No,
name
no,
it.
no. You need a lot of Jägermeisters for that to come out of.
That would be one each, right? If we got you to do that.
No,
we'll
but-
reveal it on Tweeka TV next week.
But like honestly,
Plug.
even if we're fucking smashed on Tweeka TV, we don't really.
No, we don't name call or name drop things like that
No.
because
let
we
other
don't.
people do it.
Well, we don't want to hurt other people's careers, even though
Yeah.
they're just because they're assholes.
Yeah.
But the reason we've been bashing Hedy because the things we say about Hedy on Tweeka TV, it's not going to ruin his career, and it's not going to ruin our career.
No.
It is just banter.
Banter.
It's
Yeah,
just banter.
full-on banter,
That's it. There's no hate. We play like I've seen Headhunters play so many times in my life, and I really enjoy the music. I really enjoy the set. It's such an artistic creation, but that doesn't mean that I can, not bash it. I only bash people that I respect enough to actually say what I feel
But there's
about
a
it.
difference between banter and disrespect and
Yeah.
malicious
Oh,
intent.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like if people can't have banter, then bro, go outside more, please.
Yeah. But these are also usually the insecure people that just
Yeah.
can't handle the banter, so
Yeah, 100%.
Can't handle the heat.
can't handle the heat.
Can't handle the heat. Don't be a chef.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having
Thanks for
us.
having us.
We got a little bit of a
Yeah.
spice. in that.
In the end, we were like, you know what? Fuck.
Fuck it, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
This guy, fuck that guy.
I'll put the camera off. Just shout the name, right?
Here's the record button. I stopped it now.
Yeah. Okay, that's us not recording anymore. Could you tell us?
Wink, wink.
Thanks, guys. It's been a
We
pleasure.
really
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for having us,
Thank you
yeah.
for
Thank you
coming,
so
lads.
much.
Next time, Tweeka TV again, yeah?
No.
We'll come for the
Reveal the name and
alcohol-free.
we'll come back on.
We'll come for
Alcohol-free
the 0.0 edition.
Okay, sure.
Whenever
sober
you're having the
edition.
Capri Sun edition. we'll be
Wow,
there,
let's do
right?
that. Let's do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Cheers.